Hey yo, what's up? Is your boy in the noise? I don't know. Is that how my intro goes? I forgot, man. Hi, Castori. What's up? Hey yo, what's up? This game is so loud in the intro screen for some reason. I'm gonna increase the volume later. But you know. Oh yeah, we did. I don't think we ever did this. I'm not sure if we ever did, but this is like not really tutorial. It's kind of like the tutorial, but not really. It's like our boss, right? When we were finally actually hired, he was like, "Hey, we need to train you and stuff." So here, do this. Wait, just to be sure, I posted, right? Yep. Looks good. Alright, I'm gonna close this for now. Close all of these for now. And I guess let's play.
Friends and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe.
But now you start to see, yes? The people never happy. It's never enough.
I cannot believe you, Ellen.
Are you saying that advance have cured death?
Jog on!
We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
Someone is chatting me. Someone chatting me.
Good evening, I'm Megan Ward.
Oh, I mean,
Our main headlines tonight.
should I play the telethon? I guess it doesn't really matter on our end. It's just an extra thing. I guess it would be nice to go through it, right?
Well, that's a very blunt question.
Advance is lying to you.
Oh, interesting. So this is another thing because they're making me use another name.
That the team will
So
keep you safe.
it's like an extra stuff. I guess we'll just go through with the
But now you
with the
start to
story.
see, yes?
All right, let's go. Look at our wealth. Holiday time. We're getting rich. Maybe that's a problem because if we get too rich, I think the government will redistribute our wealth. So we have to spend our money on something. That's what I'm hearing. Anyways, day 154. Oh yeah, we got shocked. I forgot. Anyways, last time there was like a storm and there was some leaks in the building, which caused us to get shocked and the broadcasting thing to get shocked and stuff like that. Damn taxes. It's not taxes, it's our wealth. Our government, because our government are very adamant on giving people equality, and equality means redistributing the wealth, which is taking from the rich and giving to the poor. Yeah. So we got some money because we were poor before. We got some money from the government, from the rich, right? But now we're maybe getting a bit too rich. Bruh. Poor you if you're a rich person, because bye to your money and your properties, bruh. But if you're not rich, well, fuck the rich. Day 154. Anyway, so we got shocked because we were doing the broadcast while there was a storm coming, and I guess we went unconscious and we had that dream about snuggle hugs, having an invasion and everyone's at home because snuggle hugs are outside like it's a zombie zombie apocalypse, but it's snuggle hug apocalypse, and we had to fight snuggle hugs while doing the broadcast. Also, I learned that I looked at the wiki for at least the broadcasts we've done, and like these kinds of things. I don't know what this are called, but the in between sections where you get to choose like what happens in your daily life and stuff like that. So I took a look at the stuff that happens, right? Or like, because I want to see like what choices could I make, and how, not really how it affects, because the wiki fortunately is very good at not spoiling you for like events in the future, but tells you like the choice, like, hey, if you got this section, that means you chose this in the previous one, basically. So I got to see which choices of mine affected some of the results and whatever, and what it cost and stuff like that. So fascinating. But that dream section, or the section while we were in the coma, that snuggle hug section, because it was all our dreams, all just a dream. A lot of the segments in there is related to how you answer. Like there's a tape called I forgot what it was called, but there was one tape there that it was like for your eyes only, or for employees' eyes only. It was like a training video, whatever, right? So on that training video, the contents of that training video is dependent on what choices you made in the news section in that broadcast. So if you chose like the sadder headlines, you're like you'll get a different videotape, or the otherwise there's like 3 videotapes you could have in there for that ad, just for that ad. And I remember correctly, I knew this beforehand, but the ending scene where Megan sings, that part is completely dependent on the choices you've made so far. So for our case, we got "You Clearly Love Your Daughter More" because it thinks like, I just saw a notification on my phone, and I'm like, oh no, all right, my pain is gonna start tomorrow. Anyways, but that last section, what you will see depends on what the choices you've made so far. So for us, we clearly love our daughter more, because apparently because supporting her in her to go on tour, the countries is loving her more, or stuff like that. No, I had a break today, so it was interesting because I had a break today. I had some downtime because commissions. In terms of commissions, I sent an update and I'm just waiting for the reply back, because my client isn't actually the one. Because my client, this is another client, by the way. I know I talked to you about someone getting a gift and whatever, but this is another one. They want this as a gift for someone else, and so they're asking. So that person, whoever they're giving this as a gift to, does not respond. We are not in contact at all. So I have to give it to him. So, and then he has to give it to that person, and then wait for that person's respond back before getting back to me. So I had some downtime today. And then for that hassle, the gift one, the other gift one, the one that was like, oh no, but I want to pay for this one. And then the other person was like, no, but I want to pay for it. and stuff like that. That one, they were like, oh, I'll pay for it this Friday. I guess it's a Friday now. I guess it's like early Friday for them now. But yeah, so they just sent me the payment, which means I have to go do that tomorrow now. I have work tomorrow now, and I'm like, damn. But hey, today I made a new design for noo's Live 2D because I think I'll have to do that soon. I feel bad for my clients who are like, when are you gonna open your Live 2D commissions? I'm like, oh no, but I don't know what to do yet. Give me time. So I think I postponed long enough. I postponed for like a year and stuff. So I guess it's really time to try and get into it. But yeah, so that's the situation in life today. I can show it. I can show the noise. I made a noise sketch. A new one. I mean, it's kind of similar to the previous one, if you remember the previous one. But I think I like this more. Oh, you can't see this. I have to put it on display capture. Yep. Alright, here it is. Yeah, so we have some changes. Wait, we can see this. This is the previous one, yeah? There's a lot of bare legs, which, you know what? I appreciate the bare legs. Remember me talking about Yai's legs? Yeah, that's pretty much the same. So basically this one, right? Which, I mean, I could finish this, but I'm like, yeah, legs good, but we have this now. We have this now, so I made some changes. Pretty much the same theme. We got one stocking on the other side now. We got shoes instead of sandals here. We keep this. Made some changes. It has this now on the thing. And the belt is also a bit different because this one, it's just tied, and with this, whatever what the fuck that is. Here I just kept it as a regular belt because I thought it was too tacky. Then we have frills now, so this for the collar, I changed it. So less straight lines and more stuff, I guess. So we have this for the sleeves. It's like a puffy sleeve, and then this with the diamond shape holes still there. But this one is now a shoulder, open shoulder. Then we have the shorts with this. I like this. I really like this. Then we have ribbons here too from the shoulders. Then we have this stocking. And these boots with the frills too. Just to bring some pink back there. But yeah. Oh yeah, also, this is not really, I made it dangling, but fish turt earrings. Or just fish earrings, I guess. Because I'm like, no, I want fish turt to be there. So I was thinking of bringing this back, and these chains. But I'm like, but I was putting it, and it felt like too much. So I didn't end up putting it. But maybe if I if I ever do another design in the future, maybe I'll put it. So basically but yeah, so that's how it is. I like it. I like it better than the last one. This last one looks too plain, I feel. It's still nice, but it feels a bit too plain. and too there's too many straight lines, I feel. So I like the addition of the fluffy inner shirt and the shorts with the frills and all these ribbons, stuff like that. Yeah. So that's a thing. Nice. We'll work on it maybe tomorrow on stream, who knows. Anyways, back to the game. I'm probably gonna make another version with fish turts color scheme just you know, for fun. But anyways, let's get back to broadcast, or actually waking up in the hospital because we were in a coma. Day 154. Sheesh! We're almost halfway through the year. We've been unconscious for like a few days, I guess. Cause I remember saying, "Hey, it's almost halfway through the year." Anyways, a rude awakening. The rhythmic beeping of the heart monitor brings you slowly back to consciousness. Opening your eyes, you're greeted by a semicircle of concerned faces, your family by your side, a reassuring familiar sight in these new surroundings. You blink a few times to clear the sleep from your eyes and bring everyone into focus. You feel a hand on yours, gentle but reassuring. Sam, there with you as always. Their expression, understandably concerned, is somehow more affectionate than ever. Chris chimes in from beside them. See? Alex is fine. We missed the game for nothing. You and Chris still aren't on great terms, and it's hard to miss the tone of disdain in their voice. You remind yourself that this isn't about Chris and squeeze Sam's hand. Yeah, I mean, I want to tell Chris they're being a dick, but if we just woke up and be a dick as well, then we're not better than him. So you remind yourself that this isn't about Chris and squeeze Sam's hand, smiling at them. The worry lines on Sam's forehead fade a bit. Lord knows you've both got enough to be anxious about without your help being thrown into the mix. With a final smile at them, you turn to the rest of your family. Just as you feel Susie's absence, you notice Charlie fidgeting, clearly trying not to look so worried. Oh, Susie's gone because she's traveling. As soon as you turn to look at him, you can see Charlie tense up, his concern clear on his face. So, you're definitely good, right? He finally asked, quickly looking away. Of course I am, buddy. There's nothing to worry about. Charlie looks at you and grins, one of those infectious smiles that spreads around the room. It's always good to have him in your corner. Your smile fades as you notice your mother, staring listlessly out the window. Despite all your best efforts, she's not been doing well lately. Are you okay, Mom? Are you okay, Mom? Your mother starts, your call clearly shocking her out of her reverie. She turns to you and smiles, and you're grateful to see the increasing rare recognition in her eyes. Yes, dear, of course. How are you feeling? You smile warmly and nod. But before you can respond, a doctor bustles in and ushers everyone out. She asks you for what feels like the 100th time how you're feeling. Surprisingly well, all things considered. Excellent! There's no signs of any real damage, just a bit of shock to the old system, pardon the pun. She smiles. Not that we'd recommend you do anything like that again, of course. After a couple of days rest at home, you should feel right as rain. She turns to leave, but stops at the door. Oh, and private room and care? The doctor gestures to your room, which you now notice looks rather expensive. Has all been paid for by a Mr. Boseman. He left those flowers and said not to worry and take the rest of the week, the rest of the week off. He'll see you Monday, apparently. I was going to say, hey, how nice of it, but this is literally him trying to compensate us because we literally went through a hazard at work which give us the grounds to sue. Seems like the least he could do. He should pay us even. Although to be fair, I guess paying for the room is better, because that room's probably expensive. Day 180. How many months is that? We're at... How many months is... we're at 6 months, yeah? 6 months. A burden to bear? You come home from a particularly late shift to find the kitchen light still on, which isn't normally a good sign. Everyone's usually in bed by now. Softly opening the kitchen door, you find Sam at the table. Bills and papers are strewn in front of them, as well as what looks to be their second pack of biscuits. They give you a quick kiss as you take a seat next to them. Sam frowns and goes back to the bill they're holding. Hey, sweetheart, just looking at the numbers again. They look to the door to the pantry, now converted into your mother's bedroom. We've been doing our best, but I think Cassandra really needs a nurse to look after her now. Suddenly, the bills are all you can see. We're rich! We needed to spend money on something. We'll spend it on our mother? Sam frowns and goes back to the... Oh, wait. Suddenly, the bills are all you can see. Fortunately, with the money that's been coming in and what we've been able to save, we've got more than enough to keep going. Sam smiles at you. I know things have been difficult and the daily care won't be cheap, but she's your mother. We have to, really, don't we? You gratefully smile back. Of course you'll pay for the care of your mother needs. Yeah, we needed to pay someone else, because otherwise I think the government will redistribute our health. Or at least that's what I think. I don't know. I don't know if the game actually does that if you're too rich. I don't know if the game actually does that, but hey, our Sam's sibling was a 1%er and he's poor now and living with us because his his money and property got taken away for being rich, you know? We don't want to be like him. We need to just be rich enough just to be able to pay the bills and a little bit more, yeah? Alright, oh, we're at comfortable. Not bad, not bad. Yellow, I think yellow is nice. As long as we're not poor and we're not too rich, I think this is fine. The sword of Damocles sheathed, at least for the moment. You grab the papers and stuff them into a drawer. It's such a relief to not have to worry about it anymore. Or so you told Sam. Hours later, you're still awake, staring at the ceiling. How long will the money last? Well, I don't know, but I don't think we should keep it. So the other option here is to actually send our mother to a transition center, which is what they call centers for the elderly. I guess mostly the elderly. I'm not sure if they also help. I'm not sure if they also accept like people with disabilities or people, you know, who have who don't have like the quality of life, I guess. Transition centers are what are centers that like help you move on, you know, softly speaking. Basically it's like assisted, you know, assisted fuck, what's the word? Not alive. By the government. So basically the government is like gonna keep you there for like a week, I think. I'm not sure how long. The government will keep you there for like a week or something. They will provide for everything you need. Like they will provide like in terms of money, like, you know, everything you need or everything you want to do before you transition to the afterlife, basically. So that's what it is. So they were talking about whether maybe we want to send our mother who has trouble recognizing people, have lapses in their mind because they're old and stuff like that. I'm not sure. Maybe Alzheimer's. I'm not really sure. I don't really know what Alzheimer's is about, so I can't really say. I just know that they forget stuff sometimes. But that's all I know. And that it tends to be there for old people. But yeah, so that basically we're talking, we don't have the money. Maybe we should send my mother to the transition center is what they were talking about. We didn't do that because we had the money. But that was what they were implying. How long will the money last? Whoa, day 201, a letter home. Sam's out with work tonight and Charlie's staying at a friend's. The house is yours. You order a takeaway, have a couple of drinks, and decide to relax in front of the TV. Not a great selection tonight, but surely something to watch. You feel like a laugh. Comedy it is. Sam's not here, but you can still watch a horror film without them. You just want to switch off. Action thriller is the one. Sam isn't a fan of historical dramas, so you make the most of them being away. You feel like a laugh. Comedy it is. The humor's a bit hit and miss, but the joke about the kiln has you bent double in laughter. Wiping a tear from your eye, you spy something reflecting the light of the TV under the coffee table. Curious, you reach down and bring it out into the light, and as you pick it up, you remember the note Sam left for you. Sweetheart, Charlie lost Susie's present. Would you mind looking for it tonight, X? As you hold it closer, you're surprised to find the gift actually an engraved lighter for Chippy. She claims the name's affectionate, but Charlie still scowls every time she says it. You're not sure Sam would approve. The accommodating note from Susie explains, Urkistan has a long tradition of glorifying the art of starting fires. I thought you'd like it. Don't do anything stupid, Sus. Hopefully it's just a souvenir and not some new pastime he's picked up or about to pick up. It's nice that she thought of him. Yeah, maybe don't give your brother like a lighter. That you know how kids are. Kids would set everything on fire. I was a kid once before. Not that I had lighters to set things on fires, but I would like touch the candle.
Fired. What? You're fired.
What for? Facial sabotage?
Jenny? Problem? I want her fired today, now.
Megan is a bitch.
It'll be all right.
No, it won't be all right, Kath. Pack up your weapons of optical destruction and get out.
You realise I'm being...
I mean it, Kath.
Oh no, alright.
Stay where you are, Kath. Jenny?
This is not Jenny's decision, Jeremy, or yours.
It'll be all right. I'll talk to Buxton.
Oh, good. You can tell him I'll return his wife's casserole dish at our dinner next week.
Megan's such a bitch.
Jenny?
I'm sorry, Kath, you're gonna have to leave.
Oh my god. Jenny, you're letting this be?
10 seconds,
I thought we were
everybody.
part of a team these days.
Things are better, Jeremy, you know that. Just
I'll put crazy meal
do your
after.
job.
You'll have me fired too.
3.
Don't tempt me. Good evening. I'm Megan Wolfe.
And I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight.
The establishment strikes back. The World Council has agreed today to impose punitive sanctions on the people of this country.
The sanctions, which are broad-ranging, include restrictions on the supply of oil and gas, food, clothing, and even some medicines. But how should we react?
Hi, cheese.
We asked the public.
Oh no.
What do you think about all these sanctions?
I doubt it make a lot of difference, Pet. I've lived through 2 world wars and I smoke 40 a day. And if that ain't killed me, I doubt this will either.
Congrats to you,
Thanks,
man.
Patrick. Fascinating stuff. Thanks, Patrick.
Popular Prime Minister Julia Salisbury has
Why
released
did
a
you put
reassuring
shields
brave
on? It's
statement
still
in
on?
response to the World Council's controversial announcement.
This international declaration is nothing
I
short
can
of
stop it, I think.
outrageous.
Oh no.
We are a democratically
Oh no,
elected
I'm
government
busy
with
now.
massive
I can't.
popular support. We do not recognise these sanctions.
Wait a moment. Here you go. I turned it off. It's okay.
And we encourage other socially progressive nations of the world to both resist and ignore them.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh
Have
shit.
struck fear into the heart of the international community.
Wait, can we restart? Can we retry? I'm so I mean, at least you're prepared to shield mode, I guess. I don't even know what shield mode is about. BRT? BRT? What is BRT?
You're fired.
What for? Facial sabotage?
Jenny,
Problem?
I want her fired today, now.
Megan is a bitch!
No, it won't be all right, Kath. Pack up your weapons of optical destruction and get out.
You realise you're beginning to sound like me?
I mean it, Kath.
Alright, this one
Stay where
is
you are.
broken, so we'll
Jen,
have to
this is not
change
Jenny's
them.
decision, Jeremy, or yours.
It'll be all right. I'll talk to both of them.
Oh, good. You can tell him I'll return his wife's casserole dish at our dinner next week.
Megan, you're a fucking bitch!
Jenny,
I'm sorry, Kath, you're gonna have to leave.
She doesn't have the power to fire anyone.
Letting it go to your head.
she nearly blinded me.
10 seconds,
I thought we were all part of a team these days.
Things are better, Jeremy, you know that. Just stop being so
Going in
high and mighty
5,
and do your job.
4,
You'll have me fired too.
3.
Don't tempt me. Good evening, I'm Megan Wolfe.
And I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight.
The establishment strikes back. The World Council has agreed today to impose punitive sanctions on the people of this country.
The sanctions, which are broad-ranging, include restrictions on the supply of oil and gas, food, clothing, and even some medicines.
That seems
But
like
how should we
a
react?
bad one.
We asked the public.
That seems like a bad
What are
idea.
your reaction to the sanctions?
I think it's fucking outrageous.
Oh, they
My
have a
mind needs
different
insulin.
interview.
Am I supposed
Oh.
to get a transition?
Wait, what?
What's the government doing about it? Eh?
Thanks, Patrick. Fascinating stuff.
Popular Prime Minister Julia
Why-
Salisbury
why
has
did I
released
get
a
a
reassuringly
blur?
brave statement in
Oh,
response to the World Council's
because they
controversial
said a
announcement.
curse word. Ah, I forgot.
This international declaration is nothing short of outrageous. We are a democratically elected government with massive popular support. We do not recognise these sanctions. And we encourage other socially progressive nations of the world to both resist and ignore them. Advance have struck fear into the heart of the international community by showing that it is possible to have radical change for the betterment of the many. And whilst I wish we could improve other countries as much as we have our own, we do not rely on the help of others to thrive. This country is entirely self-sufficient. We are a
Are we?
team. Now
Are we
more than ever.
self-sufficient?
And this team
I'm not sure I
is
trust
on
that.
your side. Thank you.
Defiant stuff. But what do you, the public, think of our government's stance? Robin Short found out.
We'll say
Hi
happy.
there. I was wondering if you could spend a moment to give
We'll
us
try
your thoughts
to
on the
keep
government.
it neutral between the
Honestly, I
government.
think
We
they're
don't want
doing a great
us.
job. I
We
know
don't
the
want them
assets
to
and
hate
world
us.
have made the difference for us
We
with
might
the
lose
cost
our
of a little
job.
one. And people seem, happier in the main. I always said things would get better with a woman in charge.
Over to you, fellas. Global mega corporation Remington's Fist today announced that trials have successfully completed on their groundbreaking male contraceptive product.
Nice.
Responsibility.
Is this?
The drug has been passed by the
I wonder
government
if
for
this
general
is
release,
related to my
but the small print
choices.
warns that, in rare cases, side effects can include blurred vision, enlarged genitalia, and increased risk of stroke. No double entendre intended.
But what do you, the public, think of Sophia Remington's latest venture? Patrick?
I mean, I
What are your
feel like
thoughts
there
on
would be
male
like a lot of
contraceptive
people
pill?
will be
doing that
happy
now, are they?
to have a big
I
dick.
can't see what's wrong with a washable lamb's bladder.
Large
It's fine for
genitalia,
me
dang,
now.
right?
All 17 of
They
us
might
use the
die
same method
earlier,
to this
but
day.
hey, you'll
And
get
my
like a big
firstborn
dick.
even uses the same bladder. Still at my age, who cares?
Okay, all right, yeah.
The delicate sound of thunder. A frightening start for commuters this morning who were confronted by a somewhat sinister sight as they left their trains.
Many travellers reported feeling intimidated by the silent figures who stood motionless outside every major station in the capital. Radical extremist group Disrupt, who organised the show of strength, refused to comment on the meaning of the strange protest.
Or to apologise to this presenter for making him drop his morning bagel in surprise.
But how do we feel about these somewhat radical extremists and their upsetting methods? Robin found out.
Yeah, but
Can I ask your opinions on Disrupt? Are those the guys in black with the orange fist thing?
That's right.
Can I be honest?
Of course. This is journalism.
They scare me a bit.
That's your honesty?
Build that
Okay,
wall.
cool.
Divided doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborgen Horgensford today
Spor-
sent an intriguing blueprint to the
Svorsborgen
service for a
Horgenborg.
simple solution to their increasingly isolationist communities.
In an accompanying statement, the pair reported that the current system of a dotted line painted on the floor has proven unreliable, especially after a few drinks.
But how should we feel about sending
I have
construction
no
materials
idea
to
how
this
to feel
disparate
about the
community?
wall.
Patrick Bannon again.
Oh my god, this old woman. She's dying.
Yeah, don't worry, they're going to cut all this, aren't they? It's disgusting.
Bannon.
Right.
She's gonna die on TV.
Wet.
This is her moment. She hasn't died in 40 years, even though she's been smoking 40 times a day or whatever.
Okay. What were we talking about?
It's her moment now.
Scientists.
Oh yeah, right. Don't really care.
Brilliant.
Cool.
I am
Thanks
not a
for your
member.
input.
Applications finally opened today for the new Advanced Team Membership Cards, a
Team
scheme by the
membership
government
cards.
to allow fast access to all the new public services being introduced daily.
The team membership cards are entirely voluntary, but will be recognised as legal identification by all major organisations, including the police, banks, and rightfully.
So
pubs and bars.
not
And
really
of course, there's no
voluntary.
charge, Jeremy.
It all seems too good to be true.
Well,
Hamid
we've always
alive?
been-
Whoa.
But most importantly, what should
He's
you,
alive.
the public, think about the new team membership cards?
Team membership cards.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
Oh,
I'm
this
applying
girl
today.
really
I mean, why
into
wouldn't
advance.
you? What are these protesters doing? They don't want us to know who their names are. Besides, have you seen the savings you can get? I'm getting one for the little one as well.
How adorable.
Yeah.
There's
Gonna
no
be a fun
baby
little
in
team
that
event,
carriage,
you.
huh?
Yes, he smiled. He smiled.
And
There's
finally
no
tonight,
baby in that
Game of Two
carriage.
Halves,
You're lying
fresh
to
out of
me.
rehab, repentant celebrity sportsman Johnny Handsleeves is promising to turn over a new leaf.
In a
Oh.
surprisingly energetic appearance on the Whitney Chinwag show this morning, Johnny showed everyone he's certainly full of life and raring to go.
You better not
From
try
his
that on our
rehab?
servers. I doubt they'll survive the frenzy.
But what should we think of this exuberant behaviour? Patrick?
Exuberant.
Oh my god, fantastic!
That's
Wise
it?
words,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Later tonight, in a bit of a switcheroo, it'll be Jeremy in the culture chair, spitting rhymes with popular rapper Jay Zus. And then we'll both be
Zus?
chatting with a familiar team of thespians set to take the nation by storm again.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National
Nightly
Nightly
News.
Mr. Snugglehogs! I missed the Mr. Snugglehogs opening. That's the canon opening in my heart. Mr. Snugglehogs!
First tonight, thankfully, some news as we return to our main story.
The World Council today agreed that punitive and potentially illegal sanctions should be imposed upon this country. The sanctions, which come into effect immediately, aim to stop the flow of food, fuel, and even some medicines from reaching your pockets.
Tonight, we have guests from across the continent to discuss this unprecedented situation. For advance, Peter Clement is at his home in Lamfordshire. Are you there, Peter?
Yes, I can hear you, Jeremy. Thank you for having me.
A momentous day, Prime Minister. Are you shaken?
Oh, I don't scare that easy, I'm afraid, old son. And neither do the people of this country.
Well, joining us is Ivan Vodovich, Foreign Minister of Urkistan. Ivan, thank you for being here.
It's a great pleasure. You, Megan Wolf, are like strongest guard or labour camp who wake up inside body of crazy, expensive prostitute. In my country,
What the fuck?
you would be worshipped as a god.
Okay.
Minister, as well as
Cool.
arguing more strongly for
Thanks,
these sanctions,
I guess.
how do you feel about Advance's defiant stance?
Vance is like man who think he have big career in movies land, when actually he in dirty sanitarium, screaming at mirror, and holding tiny penis in hand.
He's clearly not from Svenland, and we have like some of the cleanest mental health care facilities in the continent, yeah?
And welcome to Svenland's Minister of Mojo, Björk. I'm sorry, we don't appear to have your surname.
It's just Björk, yeah. We don't use things like socially divisive.
Yeah, don't have
Minister?
surnames.
It's just Björk, yeah.
It's Björk.
Right, Björk. Your country spoke in favour of advance at the World Council today, but you were noticeably absent when it came to the actual vote.
Well, what a surprise. The hippies didn't show up for the fight.
These people
Actually,
hate each
that's
other.
quite racist, because if you must know, we were going to go to the whole like vote thing, yeah? But it's
Whole,
actually
like,
the
vote
festival of
thing,
Fury
yes.
at the moment, where we
Yes,
honor the
that
old
thing.
generations. So like
That
we all had to
not
work
so
our
important
grandparents
thing
clean,
called
yeah, while the vote
voting.
was happening, and that's like a really, really time-consuming process, actually.
You're like sissy man. You have this expression, sissy man. Is like man with tiny penis who like to wash more than once a week.
Are you gay?
Actually, that's quite homophobic, yeah.
Oh,
Because
stop winding him
Yes,
up.
a
We're not back
repressed
in the Grange
gayness.
now. Sorry,
What- is
Jeremy.
that what you call
Ivan
it?
and I used to play golf back in my media days.
Yeah, he always wins.
Repressed
Nothing
gay.
gives him greater pleasure than grinding people's gears. The more
Like
publicly,
tiny
the better.
penis.
Peter, you're like man with tiny penis who think he have tiny penis, but actually he discovered that. Oh, could it be? No, it's tiny penis.
Ivan's just worried that when the rest of the world sees how well we're doing, they'll notice
Jeremy's and Megan's face, bro.
away. Because that's what these sanctions are, Megan. They're the last pathetic gasp of an establishment in collapse. Wolves at the gates, Ivan, old mate.
Good, it can join others on my wall.
actually, in Svenland, we have like serious animal welfare legislation. And like my friend Helge,
Look at
she
his
got arrested
beautiful
for
hair.
killing a butterfly that was hovering over her.
Probably
heel
a
thing.
wig.
I mean, in English.
Unless
jam
that is
sandwich.
actually his
I
hair.
used to know a girl called Jam Sandwich. She was a right cracker too. I wonder what became of her.
We seem to be wandering a little from the news here.
That's human interest, Jeremy. The real people behind the headlines and all that. So if you're watching, Jan, give us a call.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if we can't organise a reunion.
Christ, I'm not sure about that. I'll have to run it past Mrs. Clement first, eh?
Peter, you're like man trying to empty ashes of mistresses into oncoming vent. Soon you have tiny penis and beard full of secrets.
In Svenland, we don't really go in for all that restricted monogamy stuff here. We're kind of.
Oh wow, they're a
Well, it
polygamy
seems
people.
that we are running out of time.
Yes, so before we go to the break, briefly, if you would, gentlemen, with the people of this country facing shortages and power outages-
Possible shortages and power outages.
Yes, of course.
So
Thank you.
Megan
Possible
is
shortages
clearly
and
on
power outages.
advantage's side,
Can
or
you
at least
summarise your thoughts for us,
really
Mr. Beard?
sucking up to
Well,
the people.
From here, yeah, you all look a bit stupid, really arguing about outdated.
Meanwhile,
divisive
Jeremy
concepts like
is
money.
not that
In
much
Finland,
afraid of
we
showing
replaced
his
currency with
opinions.
a system of bodily fluids back in the 1970s, and that's like really hard to sanction, actually.
Thank you, Minister Fortovich.
Your country is like man who think he invented perfect trap for giant Newton hairy bear. When really he just standing in field
Holding his tiny penis, yes. Thank you, Minister. And finally, Prime Minister Clement.
Jeremy,
Let me
best
talk
boy.
to your viewers here, Jeremy. Don't worry, everybody. Don't be afraid. Don't even lose a wink of sleep. We knew the rest
Wow,
of
the
the world
slow
would react
zoom
this
in
way.
is kind
And
of
we're ready.
menacing.
As my old man used to say, you can't make a shite pie without blocking a few toilets.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Reassuring words there.
We'll be back
after these messages.
1 minute back.
Hey, Peter, I over your way this weekend. You fancy a quick 9?
Yeah, sure, front or back.
Tired of
Well, I
dull
hope you're
and
asking
lifeless
Megan
hair?
Wolf for me.
Fed up of
Sees
dry
how
and
you
brittle
lead
split
me.
ends? Then say hello to our seed gastrine.
That doesn't sound right.
Provitamin formula
Long-term plan to get fired live on the news at 6 in front of
repairs and protects
Oh my god, is he going? Is he getting uglier? Last time they advertised last time they advertised like facial cream or whatever. And look at her skin now. It's getting destroyed. So I think that means like their stuff aren't actually great. And now they're gonna destroy her hair next.
Truly unbreakable.
Have they given you the Crown Principle? Megan.
Rapid repair and protect. Deep, nourishing, intensely strengthening Pro V formula. Irresistible, healthy looking great hair days that make you say, look at my hair. Acid gastrique. Because you have to.
4, 3.
Welcome back, I'm Megan Wolf. Later, we have an exclusive first look at a theatrical sensation everyone's going to be talking about. But first, it's time to go over to the culture spot with lovely old Jeremy Donaldson, who's joined by a very special guest. Jeremy.
Thanks, Megan.
I like
I have
Jeremy.
the honour and privilege of being joined by hip-hop royalty. He's been called the son of the streets and the father of truth. Not sure how that works, but whatever. Let's welcome Jesus.
Thanks, Jeremy. Yeah, it's a real honour to be here on your show, The News. You know, as a kid on the streets, I used to watch you through a window of the shop, so to be here right now is crazy.
You've had quite the journey to be here today. Can you tell us about it?
Well, you know, I try not to, well, you know, the past is the past, and I don't like to dwell on it.
I understand.
But yeah, man, the streets is all I remember. Like, my mother donated me to a charity shop soon after I was born. Elderly lady took pity on me. You know, she let me sleep on a pile of crime fiction until I taught myself how to walk.
Wow, that's quite the childhood.
And she died tragically. Right there in my arms, man.
Damn. Alright, cool.
You know, I remember a tear falling as she laid there next to the used homeware. And in that moment, I became a child of the streets. I was just 18 months old.
I'm not sure Jeremy's buying whatever this is.
A tale.
Jeremy's tired of this
direct
bullshit,
and honest
bruh.
lyrics. Was your style informed by your troubled past?
Oh, like I said, I try not to talk about it. It's just too hard.
Of course.
But my first album is about.
I try not to talk about it and then proceeds to talk about it.
A small group of infants came to see me as their de facto leader. They call me Mr. Cheese Slice. Anyway, we were like a family.
So it would seem.
He just
you've
threw
been
his
quite outspoken
card.
about the government.
Yeah, fuck the government. Fuck Advance. Fuck Peter Clement.
What is it that you object to so vehemently?
Well, you know, they stole from us. They're taking our money and spending it, man.
Redistributing it. Actually, homelessness has been all but eliminated in the last couple of months.
So?
Surely that's a cause close to your heart?
You know he doesn't care about his fellow poor people.
Of course, man, very much so. I just
Or
mean, like,
if he
why do
was
I have to pay
actually
for it, you know?
once poor. You don't. People have been rehoused on property seized from the historically wealthy. And that couldn't have been you, could it?
Look, yeah, I worked hard to be here. I built this from nothing, and I deserve to be rewarded for that.
Would you say you worked harder than, say, a farmer or a care worker?
I don't know. But if people are taking something from my music, choose to value it, buy it, who's to say I don't? And no one can take that away from me.
Not even to help, say, vulnerable children? Mr. Cheese Slice.
Mr. Cheese Slice.
What is it you're trying to say?
I just don't understand where you've placed yourself politically. I mean, is it ideological or is it tactical?
We're letting this happen.
Or maybe it's hereditary.
Stop trying to tie me in knots with your words, Jeremy. I let the music speak for itself. And the people agree with me.
Well, that remains to be seen. But you have given me a very easy segue out of a conversation that I promise you was much more painful for me than it was for you. So here he is with his hit song, Mrs. Ludlow's Tears.
Oh no, I'm going to do something a little different. It's a new single I've been working on.
Oh, so this is unapproved, is it? Yeah.
You love it?
Excellent. Don't worry, we've got a state-of-the-art censorship system. What's the worst that could happen? So here he is.
I put the advance just to make up for. I'm not gonna censor any political stuff here, so.
You're gonna pay.
I'm making it up by putting their ad. That's how you make up to the government.
Well, we're all different races from many different places. At any given moment, only one could be the greatest. So you can feel elation for your participation. Still two leaders in this motherfucking nation. Now we're getting sanctioned, talking about expansion. Why does Julius require a massive fucking mansion? So fuck all your schemes. I don't need your freaky team, and I don't need your help to
like
achieve
the
my
actual
fucking
curse
dreams.
words. Oh shit. It's kinda hard.
So don't make a fuss when you find you're one of us. Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus. And you can call me crazy, cause no one ever pays me. But I won't waste a lifetime being motherfucking lazy. I may be inventive, my taste may be expensive. But why would I get out of bed with no fucking incentive? Although it's contravention of your obvious intention. I like to eat a little of the fruits in my invention. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same. The best of the praise.
He has some points, you have to say, but he's too extreme.
Take this fact, gonna stain it red, gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head. Cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. It's time to storm the castle with the motherfucking
He hates Peter Clemens.
pitchfork.
I mean, to be fair, he doesn't seem like he's fit to be a vice president.
So this is for the snub ones, the push and the shove ones, the folks that feel the burden of their motherfucking loved ones. Ones who had plenty like a motherfucking Bentley. The ones who now finding that their bank accounts are empty. The ones with aspiration, who had to flee a nation. The ones who built a business out of dreams of perspiration. There's all sorts of people, the good and the evil. It only takes a glance to see we're not all equal. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same. And the best of the praise, serve the rest of the ways. Cause we're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Gonna take this fact, gonna stain it red. Gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head. Cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. Time to storm the castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. Get out of your seats, get your asses in the streets. Set a fire in the building, let them feel some fucking heat. Say you hate to go getters, the swilling bet getters, and burn them on the powers of advances fucking letters. Gonna take his facts, gonna stain it red, gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head. Cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. Time to storm the castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. Chase that dream, you don't need a fucking team. And advances, little dances aren't as harmless as it seems. Cause they're stale and corrupt, then you're angry or corrupt. Then your hearts and your minds and your fists to destruct.
Cool. I mean, very bad. He hates Peter Clement. That's what I learned.
Jesus there with his new song. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio. I'm sorry. I may not agree with you, but I'd just like to offer you an apology. I've just been told that there was some kind of issue upstairs, and an attempt was made to censor some of your lyrics.
What?
I only tried to censor the curse words. Don't worry about it.
I'd just like to say to you and everyone at home that this was a mistake.
This is absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe this.
Here at the
You
National
performed
Rally
a
News,
song
we
that
pride
was
ourselves
not
on remaining neutral, unbiased, and independent of any outside interference. You have my word. We will never censor ideas.
I didn't censor ideas. I censored curse words.
A bit of dangerous language there, sorry about that. Well, thank you to little Jeremy Donaldson for providing our culture spot. Coming up, we'll be speaking to a couple of familiar faces about their upcoming dramatic outing. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
That's the ad.
Just a reminder, using that old VCR.
No, it's ridiculous.
Last ad break.
Yeah, I knew that. I did it.
Just a mix-up, I'm sure. Now, if you come with me, I really do have to ask
Oh,
you.
trust me. My father's going to hear about this.
I understand.
Seems like his father is also a rich man. Oh my god, I'm so bad. I've been so bad at this game. Yeah! Fish! Sex! Garden plants! Prawns! Dog beds!
Here we go. Look at him.
Frogs!
Oh, say no more. Say no more.
is that Tommy Harris? Harris? That his name?
Who's ready?
We're back together again, eh? Who'd have thought it?
Absolute demon.
This is awfully exciting, isn't it?
Oh my god!
Okay,
I do!
Going live in 10 seconds. Opening on camera 1.
50% up and craving.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back, and no, you're not mistaken.
Welcome
Sitting
back,
across
and
from
no,
us are
you're
some
not
very
mistaken.
familiar faces.
You really are too kind, Megan. It was only a yogurt commercial, but I'm still proud of it.
Here to talk about his new show, we're joined by National Treasure Tommy Harris, the National Theatre's Philippa Rayton, and National Deficit Jeff Algebra.
It's so lovely to have you all. Tommy, would you like to tell us about the show?
You know what? I'd bloody love to. It's about me. It's about my life.
And where did the idea come from?
So, right, picture this. Their legs akimbo, mid-session, sweat is pouring out of me like an immense hog. And then Cindy comes in, she says, Pete's on the phone.
That's Peter Clement, the Prime Minister.
Yeah, Pete's actually a really good mate of mine.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, no, he comes to training sometimes. He's actually a pretty good goal sweeper. Anyway, so, yeah, Pete, he says, Toby, he thinks my name's Toby, see? He says, how would you like to spread your message of team spirit and cooperation across this fractured nation? How would you like to really make a difference in these desperate times?
What did you say?
Yeah, right, yeah.
So, Jeff,
Okay.
the question on
All right,
is,
cool.
what in God's name are you doing here?
Well, after the success
Jeremy's
of my
tired of
debut
your
work,
shit, Jeff
and all the
Algebra.
people that I've touched, I knew that I had a career in theatre. Yeah? I've always been an admirer of Tommy from afar. So when my manager phoned and said that I'd been offered the gig as director, I was ecstatic. I whipped my trousers off and got straight to work.
Why did you do that?
I do all my best work with my trousers off.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Right, Tommy, sorry, would you just give us a sense of what the show is actually about?
It's about how hard it's been for me and some of the struggles that I've faced. It like really getting to the heart of how tough it is to be me. I call it Tommy Harris. Jesus, that was hard.
Cool.
Catchy. We actually have some clips of the process of the show.
Why did they suddenly show national nightly news there?
Yeah, so the show is
They
built
kind of
around,
fucked me over
two
with
things
that
are very
one.
important to me. It mixes scenes from my life as well as epic fantasy retellings of scenes from my life.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
Oh, that's why they changed it.
I'm sorry, son. You're an embarrassment.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
Back, demon! Back to the hells!
Philippa, what's it been like co-starring with Tommy Harris?
I've always dreamed of treading the boards at medium-scale regional theatres, Megan.
What is she doing?
Once this show
Oh, we
really
didn't
gives me something to
we didn't
sink my
catch
teeth
it.
into.
What's different about this show?
Sad.
Tommy, Mr. Harris's show really lets me show my tremendous range as an actor. I've always suffered from typecasting, forced to play the same tired characters.
She has
in every
different
god-awful
hats.
Yogurt
She
advert, or
just has different
godforsaken
hats.
soap opera, or God forbid, a pantomime. But you know, this show has really let me just go there.
Jeff, the viewers at home will be dying to know exactly what is it that you bring to the show.
Oh, good question. I think these guys would agree with me when I say that it's my my steady hand on the tiller, my arm round the shoulder approach. It's really brought the production from strength
What is
to
he
strength.
doing?
Absolutely right. Jeff's contributions are immeasurable.
Bruh, we get that
Can you
shot.
give us a sneak peek?
Yes,
of
yeah, he
anything
does
else that
his
might be in
work
the show?
best when his pants are off.
Yeah, all sorts, yeah.
Yeah, we've got lots of exclusive first-hand experiences.
The camera is
of Tommy's time in
not
the
catching up a
underground
bit.
sports scene.
And some epic fantasy retellings of Tommy's time in the underground sports board scene.
That's his retelling. Cool.
You'll never take the sacred path!
And am I right in saying this was officially commissioned by the government?
Yeah, all paid for by the
Wow,
taxpayer.
the government
which, you know,
allowed
to be
this to
honest,
exist.
was actually a lifesaver, really.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that without Advance's support, we'd have had to cut the finale.
Which frankly would have been a travesty.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
They have a dragon
We do
CGI?
this every night.
Absolutely. It's a metaphor.
For what?
Death.
Yep.
And the public are footing the bill, are they?
Too bloody right they are. Between the cost of my tour bus and the dry cleaning of my ties, I'm barely scraping a profit here.
Amazing. And where can the folks at home come and see this for themselves?
We're performing all over the nation.
And people can see it for absolutely free, all courtesy of Advance. Isn't that incredible, Jeremy?
Oh, it's free. I would go see it if it's free.
Unbelievable.
Well, thank you all so much for coming. Next time we see you, no
I would
doubt
see
you'll have
it to
taken our
shit on
jobs.
it.
Yeah.
That's all we have time for tonight. Join us tomorrow when I'll be interviewing the world's most attractive horse.
Wow,
I'm
I want to
Jeremy Dawson.
listen.
And I'm
I
Megan
want to
Wolf.
see the world's
And from all of
attractive
us here,
horses.
Have a peaceful night.
That's the ads. Let's get reset for tomorrow, please.
Hey, we must stop
Advance,
bumping into each other
we
like
know
this,
you're
eh?
worried about the future. This territory is changing fast.
Wow.
That makes other countries uncomfortable. But that won't stop us.
What was
And
that?
we intend to make sure that in these
He held out something. Oh shit! I was going to watch the. Hey, I got the last one. A plus at least. That helps, you know. That helps. Some good words were broadcast. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It was hard to keep in play with the music while censoring words, you know. An interference-free show, an exceedingly poor edit. I'm sorry. Advance angered by the content. I'm sorry about that. Nothing I can do. That was what we were showing. Comfortable. Hey, Crazy Neil, Judy Cushon. Oh, maybe we should start increasing the other ones now. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to like stop showing Crazy Neil deals. I love my Crazy Neil deals. He always have the stuff I need. But we need to like increase our stuff with others. Oh, look, great! We increased our relationship with Advance. We increased our relationship with Disrupt, I guess. I don't like Advance necessarily, but I don't really like Disrupt either. I mean, they're both extremists. I guess that's the point. They're both extreme that you don't really want to side with either of them. Yeah, so I think that's the point. But I guess at some point we're gonna have to choose. If I were to choose, not really. I don't want to choose between them. The thing is, I think Disrupt might be better just to overthrow the government, but I don't want them to rule. I think. Let's see let's see responsibility. Oh, is that the male?
Hi, I'm Sophia Remington, CEO of Remington Spitz.
This is loud,
And
isn't
I
it?
haven't had children. Not yet, anyway. But it doesn't take a parent to
This
tell
is
you
the
what a child
male-
needs to be wanted and loved.
What was the word?
Sadly, however, these days, this sort of conversation
The
happens
pregnancy
far too
pills, but not really. The no baby pills.
So, you know, Brad, this past fortnight has really been amazing, but I'm afraid
The
I
one
have
causing
something
the
to tell you.
enlarged dicks.
I'm pregnant.
How could that be? You told me you're on the pill.
Not all contraception is 100%
Contraception, there you
reliable.
go.
So I guess now we have to get married.
But we've only been on 5 dates. I don't even know you, Julie.
Janet.
Marriage and children seem to be a pretty big decision to make in a wine bar, Janet.
There has to be a better way.
Indeed.
Now there is, young lovers. Now you can be doubly safe with these. This is Responsibility,
I
the
see.
world's first male contraceptive pill. Now men don't have to worry about difficult things like commitment anymore.
Wow.
In our almost entirely successful human trials, we found that there were only occasional side effects, so I'm allowed to say they're safe to take. Responsibility, because children shouldn't be by accident. And let's face it,
condoms suck.
I guess so. I mean, at least people say. We haven't seen advanced rate rationing. So let's see that.
Here at Advance, we know you're worried about
Damn,
the future.
that man is sad.
This territory is changing fast, and that makes other countries uncomfortable. But that won't stop us. And we intend to make sure that in these challenging times, every citizen gets their fair
We're
share
intent on saying
of the
that our
abundant,
country is
nutritious
greater than
food we
most,
grow
huh?
right here in the territory. Your entitlements book will be coming to you by post in the next few
Entitlement?
days, and it will let you claim enough food for the week every week at one of our many new distribution centers.
So they're distributing
Everyone will
food
get their
too.
fair share, and no one will be left behind. So
yeah.
you can carry on coming together.
The
to
idea of
enjoy
equality is
life and make
nice, but
wonderful memories.
you honestly,
As we've shown our international
honestly
friends what's
speaking,
possible when we all pool our resources and
people
come
don't
together
really
in a
want
sense of
true
team
equality.
spirit. So don't worry about what the rest of the world thinks. Save your concern for those around you.
Because equality kind of means like everyone is going to get the same thing no matter what, right? That's true equality.
Let's keep on setting a shining example.
But there's a reason why people work hard, because they want stuff better for themselves. Which kind of fucks it up for other people, sadly. True, I get it. But having true equality would mean like there's no point into putting effort in stuff. Doing the bare minimum is the best. Because that's what you just would need for equality, because you're still gonna get stuff, right? I guess people just really want if we're talking about equality, probably the best is just equal opportunities rather than actual equality. Anyway, sports board, the board game. Sports board, the board game? How can they put sports board, the board game? Isn't this one quite quiet? Why? Sports board, the board game?
The sound of a real sports board game action in a sports board game. Oh, your favourite sports board moments in the comfort of your own home! Compete in the trivia round.
Dad, in non-Euclidean geometry, which type of surface has constant negative Gaussian curvature?
How the fuck will we know?
Hyperbolic. Correct. It's a leap year.
Oh no, it's the leap year!
Keep the bucket!
There's a bucket!
Yes! It's the poise noise!
The poise noise?
Oh, you know what that means!
Oh my god, you lost! Shame hat!
We win your kids!
Oh, you win the kids!
Forget.
Oh, thank you! I mean, oh, so sad! I don't have kids anymore.
Your family is gonna play.
Damn, they took the kids! I can't believe it! Alright, we watched everything, so I guess we continue now. Can you believe it? They took the kids! Wait. Damn. Almost a year. It's been 9 months. A sign of things to come. Shopping, something that always seemed so tedious before sanctions, have become even more of a chore now. You managed to get almost everything you needed for the family this evening, but you'll have to come back tomorrow to get through the week. There's a queue to leave the car park, though it's hard to make out why in the dark. Hopefully, whatever's causing it won't be long. As the final car in front of you drives off, you realize the queue is actually due to a checkpoint setup at the exit. A friendly-looking man in an advanced uniform, CCO emblazoned in the number of plates on it, approaches your car and knocks on the driver's side window. You roll it down. Good evening, nothing to worry about. I was just wondering if I could see your team membership card, please. Weren't these cards supposed to be voluntary? Sorry, I don't have one. Ah, that's not a problem. We got forms with us right here. And we're more than happy to sign you up. The man gestures to his colleague behind him, a young woman in similar uniform. She clearly received the short end of the stick and stuck with paperwork. They really want us to sign up, which makes me don't want to sign up. I thought these cards weren't required. Well, strictly speaking, they're not, but there's also loads of benefits to having them. No reason not to get one. His smile fades a bit, and when he puts a hand up to scratch the back of his neck for a moment, he leans over you, his presence now seeming a little intimidating. They really want us to get one, so I don't. So I don't want to. What are they doing? What are they trying to do with this? What are the cards for? I'm tempted to get one just to be in the good side of the government. I don't want them to think that we are against them, basically. That's my problem. Thing is, I'm not sure. At first I thought I don't mind getting one just because, hey, it's an ID, there's benefits, they say, and I didn't think I would have a reason to doubt that there would be something else with it. Maybe in the future, when things get rougher and people start to revolt against people who are revolt against Advance, maybe being a team member would be against us. Maybe that's it. But otherwise, I'm not really sure what Advance is trying to get with this. Besides, I guess, making sure that people are on their side. Advance is our government, by the way, just in case you don't know. I'm tempted to say, yeah, I'll sign up. I can't think of a way they can use this against us unless, as I've said, it's actually the people who are against Advance that would be mad at us. Because it's the government. They already have my info. Nothing else, like, there's nothing else they can take away from me anymore. At least not with these cards. I'll say I'll summon up. He gestures for his colleague to come over. She quickly takes down your personal information, employment history, and also that of your family. There's quite a bit more than you were expecting, and the level of detail required is a little surprising too. Still, a few minutes later, you're done, and with the promise of your very own team membership card. Oh, okay. Out of your very own team membership card winging its way to you soon. Alright, so we won't need to line up the stuff anymore, which is great. But eventually, if people figure that out, people would just get the cards and there would be a line for the people with the team membership anyways. Oh wait, no, it's just being stopped in the queue, being like, hey, do you have the membership card? Yep, that's all great, thanks. Don't forget to keep an eye out for the new team lottery starting up soon. Loads of benefits to be won. You have a nice day now. The man is all smiles as he pats the bonnet of your car and waves you off. Free prizes? Just for having the cards? Fantastic. So are these cards mandatory now? I'll complain. I have the card, but I'll complain about it. I didn't want the card, but it seems like a hassle to not get the card. An invitation worth ignoring? I don't think we've gotten this far at all, so this is all new territory for me. Day 290, an invitation worth ignoring. It's a Saturday, one of your few days off, and you made the most of it. But as late afternoon draws on, the invitation sits pinned to the fridge, staring, accusing at you. The Channel 1 Gala is a mandatory work event. Bozeman was very quick to tell you. Also, don't you dare be late. You've already skipped the work weekend once, you can't do it again. Best you go. Yeah, I already skipped once. Best start getting ready. You wonder if Sam will give you a lift. A drink or two might help with the enforced office socializing. Hopefully it won't get too bad. After all, you're pretty good at your job, right? Yeah, we have to make amends with Bozeman. He did pay for our hospital bills, which is technically his fault too. You know, it was a work hazard. He was supposed to pay for it to begin with. But we're trying to make up for that one weekend we didn't go. Alright. Day 290, a national news night. You arrive on time, barely at the Savanyan, one of the oldest and grandest hotels in the capital. You're surprised to see a queue to get in, and quickly realize it's because people are being searched at the door by some very military-looking personnel in smart attire. While you're waiting, you can't help but notice how very opulent the building is. Possibly the fanciest place you've ever been to in your life. You submit to being patted down, and with a sigh of relief, are led into the hotel. Once inside, you're directed to the grand ballroom, and following the signs, you marvel at the sheer scale of the place and the amount of armed security guards. When you finally arrived, a very severe-looking woman at the door asks for your name. I'm Alex Winston. She curtly checks her list before whispering something to the waiter beside her. You made it just in time to be seated before dinner. Please follow Emmanuel here to your table. The waiter smiles at you and opens one of the great double doors, gesturing for you to enter. Immediately, you can see why it's called the Grand Ballroom. You pause for a second to take it all in. You feel a slight tap on your arm, and Emmanuel gestures for you to follow him. He seats you at a table in the central floor area with a decent view of the stage. Clearly, you're in Bozeman's good books at the moment. You're sat with some colleagues you've seen around the Channel 1 offices before, but don't know that well. One of them informs you, far too excitedly, it's a very corporate evening of awards and speeches. At least the food should be good. Dinner is indeed lovely, and with the help of the no doubt very expensive wine, conversation flows easily enough. In fact, much to your surprise, you're actually presented with an award for the best newcomer to the Channel 1 family. Well, this wasn't expected. As you walk up to collect it, you recognize the presenter as Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey of Incisors fame. He thanks Advance for sponsoring this year's gala before specifically thanking Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement for being in attendance tonight. Oh, the President and Vice President is here? Maybe we can talk with them. As you take to the stage, you see the frontmost central table does indeed seat the Prime Ministers. Oh, they're not Vice Prime. Oh, they're both Prime Ministers. Okay. As well as Bozeman, Meghan, and some other very well-to-do types that you don't recognize. That explains all the security. As you're handed the award, Dr. Atkinson Blimey asks if you'd like to say a few words. Do I make a joke? I think Jeremy is here, right? No. Jeremy isn't here because it's just Bozeman and Meghan. They only mentioned Bozeman and Meghan. They would mention Jeremy if Jeremy was there. So Jeremy isn't here. If Jeremy isn't here, what's the point of making the joke? You're a little nervous and splutter out some quick praises for Advance in Channel 1. As you thank Advance, applause breaks out around the room. Both Peter and Julia stand up to magnanimously accept it before saying the night's not about them, but thanks all the same. As you head back to your seat, you see Boseman nodding at you with a satisfied smile on his flushed face. Clearly, that was the right speech. Just as you're finishing up dinner, one of the other people at your table points behind you. Is the volume okay, by the way? I hope it is, if you're not complaining. As you turn to see Boseman walking briskly past with Julius Salisbury and Peter Clement in tow. Okay. You're pretty sure he was pointedly ignoring you. He seems to be introducing the Prime Ministers to a selection of people at different tables, better them than you. You finish up the rest of the meal, listen to a last few speeches, and then head home. All in all, it was a surprisingly nice evening. You might actually look forward to the next one, providing Boseman invites you to that one, of course. Alright, 296. What time is it? Yeah, plenty of time. We're making good progress in this game, actually. I don't know how many days there are in this game, so... The heat wave. Okay.
Now then, Alex, you'll have noticed the valves are heating up excessively due to the current.
Yes.
When they get too hot, the trip switch
I need to open the fan, huh?
Once things have cooled down and the trip switch is back to normal, you can get the power back on. You should keep the fan pointed at the correct valve by aiming it up and down. The middle gauge when you're facing the screen will warn you, so keep an eye on it. Also, maintenance tells me that the fan power switch occasionally turns off for no good reason, so keep an ear open for that too. I'm sure you've already worked all this out though, Alex. You're a rising star at this network and we're all very proud of you.
Huh? Is this fine?
Toting handler.
Who, Andy?
I don't know what the fuck his name is, do I?
He's here to keep us safe from people like Disrupt.
More like keep us in line. He comes.
Huh? I'm confused. Oh no.
Tonight, siege mentality. The World Council today established a military blockade to enforce the unjust and punitive sanctions now entering their 10th
that's
week.
how.
In a statement from team headquarters a short time ago, Prime Minister Julius
I don't know which
issued
one.
a commanding response to this unprovoked escalation.
The World Council should make no mistake. This blockade and the illegal sanctions it seeks to enforce are an act of war and will be treated
We
as
got a
such.
new one.
Any incursion, however slight, into our territory will be met with swift and deadly force. You have been warned.
Match day. Reformed bad boy Johnny Hamsleeves was seen out in public today
Johnny
for the first time since
Hamsleeves, that's
leaving
what's his
rehab.
name.
The rehabilitated former sports star was photographed returning to public life, looking like a new man this morning as
I want
he
him to
shopped
be
with
gay.
friends. Ever since his crowd-pleasing appearance on
It
the
is
Whitney
Pride
Tillman
Month.
show, the rumor mill has been wondering if a new relationship might be on the cards. Sources close to Johnny say a romance with ex-teammate Eric Justin would be no surprise and was common knowledge in the locker room. Though judging by the team's recent form,
Let's
they may
go!
be the only ones scoring this season. In it to win it, exciting news from Advance today with the announcement of a new monthly prize draw for all team membership card holders.
prize draw!
Every
Look,
month,
we have a prize
lucky
draw.
winners from across the country will be picked at random to receive what Team HQ are describing as unique prizes worth more than money used to be. Take-up on the scheme has been much higher than expected, and if this lucky winner's delighted face is anything to go by, it looks like pretty soon everyone's going to have one.
What is
Burning
that
rubber.
even?
Sales of condoms have plummeted this month as sales of responsibility soar. Since becoming widely available earlier this year, the male contraceptive pill has become commonplace in the lives of many heterosexual couples, and as a result, many are turning their backs on more traditional prophylactics. Global Health Watchdog has revealed that it's men who are increasingly saying no to the Love Club. The findings have prompted
that's
concerns
a
about rises in
scissors.
sexually transmitted infections and a surge of
forgot.
insufferable conversations during one-night stands. Bad foundations, The trapped inhabitants in Dante's Taint are under new management.
Oh yeah, they're still
as the
there.
stranded scientists seek
So
to
it's
secure
been a
themselves
year,
a
almost.
subterranean future. With initial plans for the war having to be abandoned after supplies received from the service were found to be insufficient, a new subset of scientists has overthrown Doctors Wong and Swarthmore and Organsford
there's a new
and
one?
intend to take the project in a new direction.
Oh no! My game crashed! Why? No! Why did my game crash? We've been having this problem with this game for some reason. It's been crashing a lot, which is a pain. I'm gonna check something just in case, but I don't think that's the problem. Because it is just the game. Because if it was my thing, yeah, no, okay. Temperature seems okay. OBS CPU usage isn't that much anyways. I guess I could see my GPU. But if it was my GPU, OBS would also stop because I'm using my GPU for encoding. So that's definitely not it. Weird, so I guess it's the game. Alright, I guess we're still early on in the broadcast anyways, and I found out how to use the fan, so that helps. We can start over.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
They save us at each segment. That's great. So as long as we get to the next segment, if things crash, we can still work it out.
You know, I genuinely thought you'd be in a better mood today. She's not even here.
Yes, but he is. Our gun-toting handler.
Who, Andy?
I don't know what the fuck his name is, do I?
He's here to keep us safe when people like disrupt.
More like keep us in line.
True. Alright, so we have a government official in
10
the
seconds,
room.
everybody.
So, we've got any actual real news tonight?
Well, the world's on fire. That good enough for you? Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
Happy
Our
to
main
see
headlines
Jeremy. I
tonight.
hate Megan.
Siege mentality. The World Council today established a military blockade to enforce the unjust and punitive sanctions now entering their 10th week. In a statement from team headquarters a short time ago, Prime Minister Julia Salisbury issued a commanding response to this unprovoked escalation.
That's how you say your name.
The World Council should make no mistake. This blockade and the illegal sanctions it seeks to enforce are an act of war and will be treated as such. Any incursion, however slight, into our territory will be met with swift and deadly force.
Okay.
You have been warned.
Wow, cool. Thanks, Julia
Match
Salisbury.
day, reformed bad boy Johnny Hamsleeves was seen out in
We
public
make him
today
gay
for the first
again.
time since leaving rehab.
Gay is
The
just
rehabilitated
right.
former sports star was photographed returning to public life, looking like a new man this morning.
It is
as he
Pride
shocked
Month
with fans.
after all.
Ever since his crowd-pleasing appearance on the Whitney Chinmatch show, the rumour mill has been wondering if a new relationship might be on the cards. Sources close to Johnny say a romance with ex-teammate Eric Justin would be no surprise and was common knowledge in the locker room. Though judging by the team's recent form, they may be the only ones scoring this season. In it to win it, exciting news from Advance today with the announcement of a new monthly prize draw for all team membership card holders. Every month, lucky winners from across the country will be picked at random to receive what Team HQ are describing as unique prizes worth more than money used to be. Take up on the scheme has been much higher than expected, and if this lucky winner's delighted face is anything to go by, it looks like pretty soon everyone's going to have one. burning rubber.
Was there a
Sales
change?
of
I
condoms
didn't
have
realize
plummeted this
if there
month
was.
as sales of responsibility soar. Since becoming widely available earlier this year, the male contraceptive pill has become commonplace in the lives of many heterosexual
I'll say
couples.
women
And
don't
as a
want
result,
the
many are turning their backs on more traditional prophylactics. Published today by one leading medical journal suggests that it's women who are moving away from the humble Johnny. The paper found that partners who are willing to share the contraceptive responsibility are far more likely to be screened for infection and to report happier relationships. Bad foundations. The trapped inhabitants of Dante's Tate are under new management today as the stranded scientists seek to secure themselves a subterranean future. With initial plans for the wall having
want
to be
the
abandoned
happy-looking
after
one.
supplies received from the service
They're
were
making
found
a
to be
civilization in there.
A new subset of scientists has overthrown Dr.
How are we
even
recording them
and intend to take the project
when
in a new direction.
they've been trapped there
Believing
for
in peace, love, and
almost a
herbal compounds
year?
distilled from cave
How are they
the new
getting?
leadership is
How are
promising
we
a
getting a
relaxed approach to
feedback?
pretty much everything. When asked to comment
How
on the
long?
dire future
Oh,
ahead,
because they had the
the
FLARD
spokesman
technology
wanted
that
to sack me
lasts
for
for
2 full minutes
years. The
before laughing at
FLARD
a holder.
batteries.
Life during
Is that
wartime. As if we didn't have enough aggressors on our borders, internal problems are growing for the government as radical activist group Disrupt caused chaos in Parliament Park last night. Scuffles broke out after the protests, resulting in multiple arrests and the injury of 3 community cohesion officers. Advance have yet to comment. As grassroots support for the movement grows rapidly, especially in those areas Advance have not yet been able to fully regenerate, people across the
I guess I
country are
should
starting to fear returns
treat
to the bad old days of
Disrupt
inequality,
better in the next
division,
one.
and
I've been
multiple
treating them
television shows
bad
about
for a
buying
bit.
houses. All this, and I'll be talking to some people with fascinating medical conditions.
Oh,
as well
interesting.
as one of the contenders in this year's Feline Football Championship and her proud owner. That's all up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Mr. Snuggle Hogs. I miss him. I miss the Snuggle Hogs. Oh no! Oh no! Oh fuck!
Don't forget about that pesky power button on the fan.
I'm trying!
But first tonight, our
Fuck.
team of correspondents has been dispatched to every
Oh, no.
corner of the country. These
Can
young
we
people in this great
restart?
nation of ours are coping with this unprecedented hot weather. First, let's go to
Fuck.
Megan Wood in Shining-on-Sea to see what the scientific community has to say. Megan, how's the weather there?
What happened? It overheated because I need to.
Jeremy, thank you for asking.
I
I'm
needed
here with
to
Dr.
point it at the
University of
red
Brixton.
thing.
Are you enjoying the weather as much as I am?
Oh, yes, it's wonderful, isn't it? My eyelids are sweating.
And you're part of a team carrying out a study into just what's causing this unbelievable heat, is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, we want to be able to reassure the public once and for all that there's absolutely nothing to worry about and that they can enjoy their sunstroke and fossil fuels in peace.
You sound very confident about that.
Oh, very much so. I can say without any hesitation, there's really no cause for any concern here. I've actually left my car running.
So tell us about this experiment.
Well, we take data from weather stations from all over the world, along with atmospheric samples, and we take all that and we
What
feed
am I
it into
hearing?
this state-of-the-art computer.
Oh, is that it?
Very
Is that the
soon
one
we'll
that's
be getting a
making the
high-tech
noise?
readout of the results.
Blimey, that sounds very fancy.
I should just say, none of this would be possible without the generous support of Remington's Fist.
Oh.
This is all thanks to their unrivaled investment in our future, and may I just say, complimentary personal anecdote. Oh, here we go. And, as expected, everything is absolutely fucked. Hang on. This can't be right.
Right, but obviously you said a second ago that everything is absolutely fine, so...
Well, actually, under concern level, it just says, why, God, why?
Oh,
we
no.
should be celebrating these wonderful results, I think.
Yeah? We need to evolve gills within 40 years.
You look thirsty.
Here it just says, shit, shit, shit.
Look at you. This is meant to be a celebration.
Oh, wow.
Can't go around looking
Global
like
warming
that.
again.
There you go,
shit,
much
shit.
better. Can I just say thank you again to Sophia Remington for providing all of this.
Everyone, we don't have long. Time is running out.
It's running out. Absolutely right. That is all we have time for.
Abandon hope and return to the
The
forest.
fans keep shutting off.
Enjoy that. I'd like to thank Dr. Burns for just one opinion on the climate. The sea will reclaim us all! There you have it, Jeremy.
We'll become
if proof be need be, that
sea
everything
lizards
is just
again.
fine. I'm Megan Wolfe, here with science. Back to you.
Megan Wolfe there, attempting to do some actual news. Next, heads over to Robin Short, who's in Scritchford with some of the winners of this week's team membership lottery. Robin?
Thanks, Jeremy. I'm here in Scritchford with Gary Failsafe, a janitor at the local school, and Amelia Jackhammer, an aspiring poet. Both of you were drawn at random from those who hold team membership cards to receive this week's amazing prize. How do you feel?
Filled with fervent euphoria.
Yeah, good, yeah.
And all that we had to do was fill in a quick form or two.
Wow, that sounds so convenient, but we're all dying to know. What have you won?
What did you win?
That's right, Robin. I've won dinner with Julia Salisbury at one of the capital's top restaurants.
Ooh, swanky.
And I've been invited to Peter Clement's house to help him dredge the gutter in.
That's absolutely terrific. You must
doesn't sound like
be over the moon.
Prizes?
I've written a poem about it.
So, can you tell me
Poor
about
janitor,
the moment
man.
when you first heard the news?
Well, I was battling
So we're
against a
seeing
particularly
favoritism.
difficult
Looks like it's
slaughter
really
of one
hot,
of the sixth
Jeremy's.
formers when the headmaster came and found me.
I was involved in a similarly brutal conflict with a particularly arduous stanza.
So you were both polishing turds?
No, I don't
So
like
we're
to
not
polish them.
equal,
I like to
that's
keep
what
them
we're
intact for my
learning.
collection.
Oh. How unexpected.
I don't polish turds, I write poetry.
Potato, potato. So, Gary.
Do you think Peter Clement's going to let me keep the contents of his downpipe?
There's no harm in asking, I suppose.
Would you like to hear one?
No, thank you. Gary, when
Yeah,
you
I
signed
want
up
to
for
hear
team
Gary.
membership, was it in hopes of winning the lottery, or were there other reasons?
I like a flutter, of course, but no, the boss said I had to sign up to keep coming into school.
Very sensible. It's important
So
to know
we're
who
seeing that they're
trusting around our
actually
children.
forcing people to get the ID.
I have an unpublished book of sonnets
The
about
membership,
children.
rather.
Perhaps you'd like to hear one.
No!
Or an anthology.
Shut the fuck up, lady!
I'd rather hear about Gary's turd collection.
Really? I thought you might say
Oh,
that.
he has third collection.
Oh.
Are you all right?
Yes, it's coming. It's inspiration and it's delicious.
Right you are.
Today on the show there's no news. Just a man who keeps multiple poos.
Yeah, this big one's my favourite. See how it's fibrous, really lovely texture.
Would you
Wow, we
encourage
actually
other
have the
people to enter for their chance to win?
If it's colour you're looking for, take a gander at old Blue Eyes here.
The national news lost its way when it covered some crap on a tray.
Some of these are quite rare.
Maybe that was unfair.
And that's all we have time for today. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Robin. What a lucky pair they are. And finally in this segment,
Jeremy
it's over to
seems like he's
Patrick
suffering
Bannon,
from
who's
the
gone to
heat.
the smelliest town in the country to see how the unprecedented weather is affecting the locals. Patrick?
Hello there, Jeremy. Hello, yes.
Let's go.
I'm here live in Grizzleford,
It's
which has
Patrick
recently
Bannon,
voted the smelliest
my
town in the
favourite
country.
man.
And I have to say that, you know, in this heat, the smell really is. I mean, it's something else. Barry Lardons, mate, you've lived here your whole life. How'd you put up with the stink?
Well, we're just all very proud of our achievement, to be honest with you.
Can tell that. Look at him, proud as punch.
Do you know what it's like, son? Being the second smelliest town.
Second?
Living in the shadow of Arseminster.
Arseminster, cool.
But who's laughing now, eh?
Sorry, what? Not me, that's for sure. So what happened, mate?
Right, the good people from Remington's Fist came in and saved the day with their factory.
You're talking, of course, about the newly built Flard factory.
Yeah, they gave us this big presentation on jobs and growth. But as soon as we heard about the stench, we paid them whatever they wanted to put it here.
Does the stink not affect your life in every way, Barry? I mean, perhaps if you're filling in a tax return or completing the physical act of love.
It's strong at first, but you get used to it after several weeks of your first bout of sickness. The judges were very impressed.
So, what's the sickness?
Oh, that's nothing to worry about. It takes a few minutes before you develop any symptoms.
Few minutes?
Now, folk are
Oh
saying
no,
something
poor
about the
Bannon!
production line and how they dump carcasses directly into the water main, but I think it's probably the few
Poor
valves on the high
Bannon!
street.
On the high street.
Patrick Bannon and the crew,
Well, the
TV
first one is
crew,
asking
bye bye.
stupid questions.
We'll replace
Then
you,
folk
I
experience
guess.
a loss of inhibition.
Fuck off, do they? When was the last time you brushed your teeth, you stinking old tramp?
Next recording is a period of randomly bursting into song, followed immediately by delusions of grandeur.
That's not really a problem, little song of my life. Hello, it's sexy Patrick Bannon, and he's wearing sexy shorts now. Oh my God, look at me. I'm like a stallion. I'm gorgeous. Why didn't you tell me? I should take my shirt
no,
off.
he's going
You know what?
crazy.
I'll even let you touch me if you want.
Oh my God, Patrick Bannon's not on TV.
Love the Bannon. Feel the Bannon. Oh man, what's the point?
And the ennui.
How is the cameraman
All that's left now
keeping his
are the
sanity in this
hallucinations
situation?
and unconsciousness.
Nano Dotty? Was that you? Why are you made out of elbows?
Oh no.
You know I don't eat opinions.
Nana Dolly!
Oh, don't worry, folks. Once he wakes up, he'll be just fine. We'll just find a place to stick him where it won't matter how many times he evacuates his bowels. Right. That's all here from Grizzleford, a town that's really making a stink. I'm Barry Lardons. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Barry. With a
Wow,
new
we'll
blockade
hire
being set
Barry
up around our
Lardons next
coastline
time.
as we speak,
He's the
when we
new
come
one.
back, I'll be talking to 3 members of the general public who appear to be here purely for medical reasons. Don't go away. Unless, of course, you've got something better to do. We'll be back after these messages.
This next section features a potentially controversial guest, and Arts may request some censorship if he goes too off-topic.
You know I wouldn't do that.
Keeping everyone happy, so let's keep up the good work.
And I can't do this anymore.
Say this every Friday. The pro-vitamin formula is
She's still doing acid yesterday.
Only Acid Gastrique contains an organic blend of ingredients that penetrate.
What was he trying to say there?
Breaking down
the
citrulline
fuck?
and glycogen for how it looks and feels.
Oh boy, we have this drop.
Acid Gastrique nourishes from root to tip.
Do we want to put this? I kind of want
That's why no
to.
wonder 6 out of 10 shampoos recommended.
We should be doing an interview with the
I'm
Warden.
kind of tempted
Or a report
to.
from Grenfell Downs. Even the weather will be all fucking
Let's
relevant.
put it in the last one.
Repairing damage. and
Sorry,
strengthening
RS
strands of hair
Rainbow.
truly unbreakable.
Exactly, which is wrong.
I'll put this
He doesn't
drop.
mind
This
shooting
drop.
on the thing.
Am I gonna get fired for this? We might have to try if we do this. But I want to see it. I want to see the distraught video.
Look at my hair.
Look at this. Look at her hair.
Because you have
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, your host, Jeremy Donaldson. Later, we'll be talking to the captain
You're
of the
all
territory's
hot.
first cat football team, Professor Pumpkin. But first, I'm joined by 3 guests with some balmy bodily behaviours. Joining me is a woman who's been hiccuping for over 9 months. Isn't that right, Miss Piercy?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Tell us, what brought all this on?
Well, it's all a bit of a blur, Jeremy, to be totally frank with you. See, I was watching your show and I remember seeing the news about the election, and it hasn't stopped since.
Fascinating stuff. Also here is Frankie Steampipe. Perhaps you could explain to us exactly what your physiological fourboil is.
I'm here to say it's high time people like me were respected. We're constantly overlooked in the workplace, we're whispered about on buses, and we're asked politely to leave children's birthday parties. And it's disgusting.
Oh, alright.
I'm sorry, my bowels have comic timing.
And finally, I'm joined by a man who answers every question honestly, even when it isn't aimed
What
at
are they
him.
showing on the
How do you
news?
cope with that, Mr. Truman?
With a combination of booze, self-hatred, and hardcore pornography.
Is that
Not according to my therapist.
Well, in that case, Let's speak to Rose. Tell me, how does the hiccuping impact you?
I get shushed a lot, which is hard. At work, they've asked me to stop answering the phones. It's really affected my confidence.
Well, I find it really fucking irritating.
Do people tend to believe your story?
Fuck no.
Actually, I've been surprised at how much support I've received.
Bruh.
And Frankie, why have you come here today?
Because my wife left me, and I was hoping that the fame would win her back.
We've started a group of people with ailments deemed broadly comical by
I mean,
society.
at least he's had it.
It's called Take Us Seriously.
That's right. And we bloody well mean it.
And who's joined so far?
A bunch of fucking losers.
It's just us so far.
And how much success have you had?
Well, we've seen some real positive changes.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's been a runaway success.
Shit all. Not a single person came to our fun run, and all of our leaflets fell in the canal.
Well, Miss Piercy, some people are saying your condition was actually caused by the shocking events of that night. What do you think?
Come down, Mr. Donaldson, that's absolute rubbish.
What it'd be like to have a pair of tits.
Could you? I'm sorry.
Can you fucking shut up?
What was I
Jeremy's
thinking?
tired
You're a
if you
teeny fuck
move
puppet.
it.
No.
Or a sellout cunt.
Apologies. Just reminded
Oh,
that
fuck,
he
I
can't
forgot.
help it. And hey, if this isn't live television, then what is it?
Fuckfest of propaganda masquerading as journalism.
Right, Frankie, Rose, tell us, how can the viewers get involved with your cause?
Yes, we're holding a sponsored run in Capital Park next weekend. It's called the No Smiles 13 Miles.
No, it's called the No Laugh Half. What did I say before the show?
That it was the team pulling Jeremy Donaldson's strings.
No, I didn't say.
Wow,
say
we
that.
may have to end that now.
Jeremy's
What a
tired of
harmless bit of fun.
Steady on!
This is exactly what I'm talking about. We demand respect.
Yes, well, later, I'll be talking to Professor Pumpkin. A ginger tabby with a world-class pair of penalty paws.
Cool.
Is that really necessary?
No, it isn't. Let go. Not you.
Unhand him at once!
It's enough! That's enough!
Oh, what's happening?
Enough!
Oh my god, there's a gun!
Try not to piss myself.
Alex, don't you dare!
Oh
Don't you
shit.
fucking dare cut to the ads before I tell you to.
This is live.
You in the broadcast centre.
Yes.
Little scapegoat.
Yes.
You listen to me. You cut to the ads before I tell you to, and I will kill every single person in this studio.
Okay.
I am thinking about what I'm doing. I've been thinking about it for a long time.
Oh wow,
We all
the views are going high.
Christ, it's so
No,
fucking hot in
Jeremy.
here. Do you remember when we used to
You're
do
my
real
boy,
news
Jeremy.
Before it was all lottery winners and bloody cat football.
Oh no,
We're on the Prince's
Jeremy!
siege, the likes of which the world hasn't seen in hundreds of years. The enemy is at the gates, and I'm stuck here talking to these three fucking idiots.
No. Aw.
I think my hiccups have stopped.
You three, get the fuck out of my studio. Go on, now, go, before I change my mind.
Okay.
Jenny, lock the doors. Lock the doors.
Yes, Jeremy.
Now. Good. Yes. Now. Right then.
All
You're in
right.
the broadcast centre.
There's only just a.
Alex, you listen to me.
You
pay attention. Now, I'm sure you've already loaded up exactly what you're going to play in the commercial, but today is going to be a little bit different.
I saw the disrupting.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
Look
I got
to
it.
your right.
No worries.
There's a
No worries.
VHS
I got
tape,
it.
And I want you to load it into one of the machines.
I
and
did it.
When
I
I
did
say
it.
so, and not before, you play it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
about
yeah. I'll
15
play
seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. Now, all cameras.
I assume you won't be playing that tape. This station does not negotiate with terrorists. I hope I've made myself clear. You seem to know what to
Fuck
do.
you, Bose man.
that
I love
comes out of
Jeremy.
the studio is either one-sided or for now we're going to show the other side for a bit. For a bit of fucking balance, like the good old days.
Jeremy
Alex,
deserves better.
play the fucking tape. Now I don't want to hurt any of you. But if I see anything I don't like, I will not hesitate to start.
You're going to get me in trouble with
This
that.
man.
Let's hope you made the right call.
Reset the system for the third segment. I imagine the ratings are going to be through the roof.
Cool. Resistance. Oh yeah, we should listen to this.
You know advance are lying to you.
In what way?
The elderly are not a burden.
Oh no, you will get
Rich are not all
fired.
evil.
Yeah, he's gonna get fired either way. If we get fired, at least we're with Jeremy.
That's what they tried to tell you. But why should you trust us? Another faceless organization. A shadowy figure with a distorted voice.
I'd like to be on Jeremy's side at least. Like, I don't care about the government. I don't care about Disrupt.
A movie.
Oh my god! It's Alan James
My
is
name
right!
is Alan James.
Fuck you, Alan
I used
James!
to try and shock people for a living. for
Which kind of makes
entertainment.
sense to begin with, I guess.
But now we live in a time where perhaps you need to be shocked. Perhaps we need to wake up. Advance are coming for our freedoms. They're coming for the fruits
Did
of our
someone
labours.
write this script
They
for
will
him?
take our
Because
wealth.
he sounds
They will
coherent
euthanize our
than he
parents
has
and
ever
smiling
been.
throughout.
We live in
They
the
will turn our
time.
children
Yeah.
against us if we voice
Such
our
a
concerns.
time.
But you don't have to accept it. A great many people already won't. You can resist. You can disrupt. Find us. Talk with us. Join us.
What now?
It isn't hard.
I don't know.
We're everywhere.
This wasn't what I planned. I mean, some of it was. I had speech, look. But this was unexpected. This was unexpected.
So what now, Jeremy? So what now, Jeremy?
It was supposed to be your day off.
God, please, don't do any more stupid
Oh,
things
she
today.
didn't. He didn't want Jenny to be here.
How long, Jenny?
You already left.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Joining me, unexpectedly, for what I very much imagine will be my last broadcast, are two new guests. Jenny works here at the National Nightly News and is someone I consider, well, a friend. And next to her is, what's your name?
Andy.
Andy's a policeman. Only we don't call him that anymore. He's a community cohesion official.
Officer.
Sorry?
It's community cohesion
This
officer.
is not the time,
CCO.
Andy.
And how's that feel, Andy? Being rebranded?
It's good. it's not about confrontation anymore. You know, the force had its fair share of problems. The team doesn't have as many.
But it still has some.
I couldn't say.
Couldn't or wouldn't?
I don't know what you want me to say.
Christ, you're fucking useless, aren't you? We'll come back
Just
to you
say
later.
the truth. Just say your
Jenny?
opinions, Andy.
I don't want to be on the news, Jeremy.
That's perfectly understandable.
Oh no. Oh.
You'd want to do this.
Are we near the end? This seems like something that would happen near the end, right?
Why did you join the National Nightly News team?
I always wanted to work in news.
Yes, but why specifically this program? The National Nightly News.
It was the news everyone trusted. Is. Do you really want to quibble semantics at gunpoint?
Is there something else you'd rather discuss?
Well, there is a great big Alan James-sized elephant in the room you seem to be ignoring.
Yeah.
I saw your face when that hood came down. You didn't know, did you?
So he didn't know it's Alan's
the message,
James.
not the messenger.
Like I said, you didn't know.
True. I mean,
No.
to be fair.
I didn't know. The people I met were with. He wasn't there.
God,
I didn't know it was Alan James.
I'm sorry. But seriously, Alan fucking James.
We're still censoring this. I don't think there's a point anymore.
I love you, Jeremy, but
He's a good speaker. He's popular in the country.
He's trying to pick himself up at this point. He doesn't like Alan James, you know.
Look, forget Alan James. There is still something deeply wrong.
Yeah,
And you know
I'm
it,
sorry,
Jenny?
Jeremy.
You know
You
it,
had
Andy?
to be played into
And you-
Alan's
you
James'
know,
hands.
You know it too. Meanwhile, I'm interviewing a guest who stinks of shit. Patrick is paddling about in shit, and Robin is literally interviewing someone who collects the fucking stuff.
True.
I mean, it's not sophisticated, but what a metaphor. We are sleepwalking our way into oppression, and the news isn't saying anything.
I'll let him cook.
We're not saying anything.
Says who? Alan fucking James.
What are all those
Shut
scientists
the
working
fuck
on
up,
at
Jenny.
Clayton
Let my man cook.
What are they testing underground at Altergrave? Andy, your turn. Make yourself fucking useful. How many people have you brought in for consultations just because they weren't carrying or didn't have team membership cards?
Oh, well, there's other forms of identification that we will accept.
For how long?
We're just here to help.
Then why do you need these?
True. Why do you need
Not really
guns?
when it's offered at gunpoint, is it, Andy? Let me demonstrate it for you. Let me help you.
Jeremy, what you doing?
You read these cards with my notes on it, and you'll probably digest a fact. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it, Andy? Knowing a fact?
What? I don't understand.
Do you want my help,
Yes,
Andy?
yes, whatever you say, yes.
Security are here, Jeremy.
Eat it.
What?
Eat the fucking news, Andy.
Eat it,
or I'll
Andy.
force it down your fucking throat. Jeremy, stop.
Eat it, Andy.
Really?
Eat it. Eat it, you fucking bully.
Jeremy, stop. They will kill you. Please, don't make me watch that.
Just eat the news, Andy.
You're right. Sorry. Sorry, everyone.
Okay. What's happening, Jeremy?
You can put the card down now, Andy. You can go now. You too, Jenny. Fuck off over there. We're nearly done.
Oh, we don't
All
need to
cameras on
censor
me.
this anymore. Alright, I'm not gonna censor then. Oh yeah, there was more people in the room.
This new
Yeah, of
regime
course,
of
there's
ours is
4
so
cameras.
Seductive. I understand that. But before we all hand off our freedoms, should we ask to whom we're handing them over? Don't you want to know what's being done in your name? How many people were transitioned last month? A record high. Again, if you care. Shouldn't someone ask Advance how they plan to deal with this blockade? How many years or months of supplies we have? Why aren't we asking these questions instead of whose shit is this? There's a cat backstage dressed as a fucking goalie, for Christ's sake. He's even got the little gloves.
Oh my god, cute. I wanted to see that. But,
That's
alright.
why I arranged for you to see that broadcast in the last break. I didn't know it was going to be him, but I guess that just about sums it up. We are all up Ship Creek with a paddle made of Alan fucking James. Christ, it's all so fucking pointless. I was going to quit tonight. Take a holiday. Try something else. Out of the limelight. Maybe try having a relationship. I hear they're nice.
Aw.
Never tried it.
I'd be in a relationship with Jeremy, I guess. I mean, I'd try.
And now, well...
God, Jeremy, don't!
I've tried my best to be honest with you, but this just isn't the news anymore. And I'm sorry. I've lost this fight.
Alex, think of the consequences.
I've let you down.
Please, we can't show
All
this.
of
Cut to the ads.
No, I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna cut. Or we're not gonna show Jeremy dying. I think that, I mean, I'm not sure how far we could have gotten. I think he'll eventually shoot himself. I don't want, man, maybe if I cut the ad, that means we're keeping him alive. We're not seeing him die, which means maybe he's still alive. I'm not sure how long he was going to speak, so I'm scared that if I wait too long, he might just shoot himself. So I just cut to the ads. But oh boy. Jeremy, my boy. You either die a hero, the man behind the hood. Damn, we look at our broadcast. Isn't too bad. Donaldson's situation has been resolved. Oh, what do you mean? I guess he was arrested? I'm not sure how resolved is, what resolved means. Some rude words were broadcast. Some, I pretty much let Jeremy cook. An interference-free show. Adequately edited. Cool. Advance angered by content. Understood. Valves excellently handled. Thanks. Cool. Current well comfortable? Sure. Okay, okay. Alright, I might have to suck up to advance again. I wanna see the adverts. That was a thing. Oof. I don't think we've seen the membership cards.
Our society has never been fairer. From the food that we eat to the education, transition, and
Oh boy.
cohesion
Are we
services
near the
we all
end? That
enjoy.
seems like something that would happen near the
By
end,
working
right?
as a team, we have raised living standards and are the envy of an increasingly jealous world. And with these newfound luxuries come new opportunities for those who have put the needs of the team before
Not my
their
boy
own.
Jeremy.
From this month, everyone who has registered for a team membership card will
I want to hear
automatically
what
be
Jeremy
entered
has to
into a
say, but I
lottery
mean,
to
I guess
win
there's nothing much left to say.
life-enhancing
I think he
prizes.
said what he
Why
needed.
wouldn't you register? After all, the team
I was
membership card
more
is your
afraid of
passport
seeing
to
him
your
die
world-class public services, and
than
it's
what he had to
absolutely
say,
free.
even though I was curious.
Just be sure to have
My
your
priority
team
was to
membership
keep him
card with you
alive.
at all times.
He
It
is my
really
boy
is
after all.
that
What's the
simple.
point if Jeremy
After all,
isn't here?
How can we help you if we don't know who you are? Team membership cards. Look after the team, and the team will look after you.
The lottery doesn't seem fair. I mean, I guess equal opportunity. Again, equal opportunity is better than true equality in a sense. Giving people the opportunity for something rather than giving equality to them per se. But yeah, I guess lottery is part of that. Because everyone's free to join the lottery, just that you're not guaranteed to have the same outcomes. Crazy long hot summer. What is this about? I don't remember what ad we played. Did we play?
It's Crazy Neil with our
We didn't
mega
play an
hot
ad,
sunny
huh?
summer deal.
We just played the
Prices are heating
disrupt
up,
one.
but the temperature's going down, or it's the other way around. We don't
Crazy
know. We've got
Neil,
dingoes,
stuff
we've got
happened.
Ringos.
I hope
Give me
you
the
can
flamingo,
lift me
guys.
up.
I know the
Flamingo,
prices
that
are
looks
mental.
good on
If you're
you.
boiling hot and you're thinking, I need to get cool.
Is
I need to
Crazy
get
Neil
down to
Patrick
Neil's because
Bannock?
we've got the
I
aircon
can't
on.
tell.
We're serving up ice creams to all the customers.
Can you tell? Is he Patrick
Bannock?
Bannock?
A kid with a cold. It's on the floor.
With the
Yes,
mustache?
they're dropping every day. We've got crazy artificial
Or is it a different
paddling
person? I
balls,
can't tell.
ornamental paddling balls, big balls,
I mean, their
little
voice
balls,
sound
tiny
different.
ground catching nets. Well, I don't care what you think. I'm gonna drop them even further. We got rubber rings for
But
pets.
people
We got
can
rubber
act,
rings for
you
you.
know?
We got rubber rings for them. We got rubber rings for her. Are you the managing director? No. We got everything from pina coladas, lifeboat starters, ladies on lilos. We got men in silos. If your favorite
Men
hobby
in
is ice
silos.
sculpting, whilst the outside is boiling, we can let you sculpt dragons. We
Whoa.
can let you sculpt flagons. We can let you sculpt icebergs. Whatever the temperature is, we got
Icebergs,
fans.
but it showed
We
the
don't care.
Titanic.
You're fired! Hey! So come on down to the Crazy Neil Long Hot Summer Deal Steal!
Damn. Crazy Neil didn't really take me away from the problem. Ooh, Jeremy, my poor boy. Rainbow, RS Rainbow. What is this?
Hi, I'm Sophia
What
Remington,
crazy shit
CEO of Remington
did you
Smith.
make again?
And I'm here today to take you on a trip to tomorrow with the brand new RS Rainbow, a home computer entertainment system with sophisticated graphics and breathtaking sound.
Wait, that's the one they showed on the news, right?
These graphics are amazing, Brad. That actually looks a bit like a real tank.
Oh,
I
gee,
guess
Janet,
it's not.
what a time to be alive. Surely games can't get any better than this. And that sound.
It's like a digital symphony, Brad. Are they playing more than one note at the same time?
Up to 4, Janet. 4 notes
Four
at the same
notes
time.
at the
That's
same
enough for a
time.
But Sophia, surely a home computer entertainment system needs games. Damn straight. And with the RS Rainbow, there's an incredible 3 of them. You could be solving puzzles in Zone, or jumping about in Twitchy Builder, or even taking on your friends in our incredible 2-player game Fighting. Yes, you heard me. 2 players at the same time.
Wow!
The RS Rainbow has a luxurious 32K of memory, so you can have whatever game you can dream of. I'm Sophia Remington, And I can't wait to turn on, load up, and as the cool kids say, zone out.
Bumblins.
This summer, your little ones deserve a treat.
Wow.
Ferris wheel.
Why are there two Ferris wheels in the
Carousel.
same vicinity?
Roller coaster. We've got none of that, but I can tell you what we do have.
I think we have time for one more
Danger
broadcast
cars.
if there is
Colourful
more.
germ
I assume
pit.
there's still more
This
because of how it
swim.
ended.
Stay with us in our
But oh
rustic
boy!
accommodation with all the facilities you'd expect.
I wonder
Water.
what happened after Jeremy. After the ad.
Shoot, don't worry about that. With our fantastic live
And
entertainment,
they said it's
actual
been
activities,
resolved, so I
legally
assume
edible
they
food
arrested
and air,
Jeremy,
you're
right?
bound to find the perfect family getaway at Bumblins. Located just a few minutes drive from
Are you sure
local
that
attractions
means-
like Bum Sands and The Hole. It's
That means he's arrested, not
it's majestic,
dead.
isn't it?
I hope.
Bumblins. We'll take the whole family.
But I guess we'll see in the next few stuff. Alright, we'll continue. Oh, just 2 days later. Okay, a tape to remember. You wake up, still partly in shock from what you saw on the news last night. Last night? What you had to edit on the news last night? When you come downstairs, you find your family sat in the living room waiting for you. You take a seat on the sofa next to Sam. Sam swallows, hesitating before starting. We were so worried about you last night. After Jeremy, everything that happened. Sam shakes their head. I wonder what they'll do with him now. Oh, he was arrested. Alright, that's good to know. He is alive. He is alive. Are you okay? Lock him up probably. Can't say I blame them. I can't shake the feeling he might be right. I think Jeremy is right. I absolutely think Jeremy is right. Alright. I'm not sure. I'll probably check it out in the... Again, this is what I do, right? Since the Not For Broadcast Wiki has been really good at not spoiling you, I've been looking at the past broadcasts that we've done and saw what choices and what the choices do. Actually, no, never mind. I don't know what the choices does until we got past that point, I guess. So they don't show you the concept. Basically, on the wiki, on the Not For Broadcast Wiki, they've done a good job by showing the daily situations, or rather the situations like this in order, and also the broadcast in order, and they will show you the choices and stuff like that, but they won't say what the choices mean until maybe a broadcast later that that is what is this, influenced by your choices comes up, and then they will tell you. So I've been looking at the past broadcasts we've seen and seeing what choices mattered, what it did, and stuff like that. So I would be curious to see what choices mattered for that segment, and if I'm not sure if they'll tell us if Jeremy is alive. Oh, I guess if we'd been on day 297, now that we confirmed that Jeremy is alive, probably arrested, they'll probably tell us if there's there's probably another day situation that maybe if there's a chance that Jeremy does die, they'll probably tell us that he is, but otherwise I don't know yet. I'll probably tell you the next time we play this game how it goes. I want to see what choice affected my outcomes and stuff like that. So, let's see. I can't shake the feeling that he might be right. I think Jeremy is absolutely in the right. I don't care about the two sides, advance, disrupt. I don't care about them. I care about Jeremy's opinions, and because I feel the most, what's this? I feel, I can relate to Jeremy. I think if I were in this situation, I was forced to be in the news and stuff like that, right? I see this shit happening around, seeing how the government's fucking shit up, or at least trying to control stuff within the news. But also, right? I would be as frustrated as him. The thing is, I would be the same, right? That's why I think Jeremy is relatable, and I understand why he did what he did. Sadly, Disrupt was just run by Alan James, which is very, very unfortunate. But still, we need a conflict in this situation, because Advance, if we just let Advance do what they want to do, it wouldn't be good for anybody, right? So I think Alan James being the leader is very, very unfortunate, but but we need them to rise up and cause a conflict between the citizens so they can choose. Basically, that's what we need, so they can make a decision. So I think I don't blame him if he still wants to stay with Disrupt, because in this situation, I think I would too. If I had a choice, I would probably go with Disrupt more than the government, just because of just because helping them out would help conversations flow, you know? Because if we just side with the government, then things will stay the same. Probably nothing's gonna happen. I want changes, and changes would happen with Disrupt. I don't want them to win per se. I don't want them to rule, but I just want some changes. Alright. Can't shake the feeling that he might be right. Sam glances at Charlie, then back to you. We saw that you chose to play that tape. They paused before continuing, and I couldn't help but wonder why. I wouldn't say it seemed like the right thing to do. I would say I didn't feel like I had the choice at that time. I wanted to be on Jeremy's side. He was threatening my coworkers. He was technically threatening me over the life of my coworkers. So I didn't feel I had the choice to play the tape. But if you're asking me what I feel about this whole thing, I think Jeremy is right. I'm on the side of Jeremy. I think you did the right thing. I mean, it was a crazy situation, but it was the right thing to play the tape. Charlie, it's Charlie. I think you did the right thing. I mean, it was a crazy situation, but it's the right thing to play the tape, Charlie says quietly. You hadn't realized how much his support would mean to you. It's good to have your son on your side. For what it's worth, Alex, I think you were in an impossible situation, and somehow you managed to make the right call. Sam throws their arms around you. Only you were stuck in that studio, having to make that choice. No one can criticize what you did, and I'm proud of you. You've never been so grateful to have Sam support you. Aww. It would have been nice if Susie was here, but she's traveling. Guess better that she's away than here to watch it, I guess. You take a deep breath and gather your thoughts. It's a lot to take in. You're not sure you've fully processed what happened last night, let alone what Charlie and Sam think about it all. You smile wearily at your family. You're exhausted. You didn't know how worried you were about it, but as Charlie makes a stupid joke and you all laugh, you feel the tremendous tension break. Sam rubs your back and tells him to flick the TV on. You couldn't ask for better. That's great. I guess we did a good job keeping our relationship with our family, because I don't think maybe our wife would be mad at us, or our son would be mad at us if we didn't. Thankfully we're in good relationships. Also, it's almost been a year. 361 4 more days. It's been 6 months since you and Sam last discussed Grandma's ever-increasing medical costs, and Emma, whilst very pleasant, has proved as expensive as a nurse as you feared. You can't quite believe it's been that long already, but the sanctions are really starting to hit home now, and unfortunately the government's only solution to help the ailing elderly is a day trip to a transition center. By the way, if you don't know what a transition center is, it's basically it's basically what they call MAID in Canada. I heard that was a thing. Twitter let me know about it. I'm not sure, I never really made my research about it, but MAID I think stands for Medical Assistance in Debt. Debt as in like, oh, you're not alive anymore. Basically, they help you transition into the afterlife. You know what that means. Which is kind of fucked, but also I think it's nice to have that choice. Honestly, to be honest, for the elderly, if they think it's right to happen. I feel like they need the choice for it. I feel like if I was old and elderly, I would probably choose the same. I think having the choice is fine. You know, if you think you've outlived your life or whatever, that, for example, if you're causing burdens on your family or whatever and stuff like that, or your situation's never gonna get better, like in terms of health and stuff like that, I think it's a valid choice to make. So I think the choice being there is nice, but it doesn't seem right that they're promoting it so much. And as Jeremy said, transitioning has been in the a new record, like another high record again, which doesn't seem great, because I'm sure some of those I'm sure some of those decisions were made by the person themselves, or was made with actual thoughtful considerations and stuff like that. But I'm sure there's also people who are just sending their old family members to just poof, be gone, right? So that's the thing with having the choice like this. There's always gonna be people who abuse the system. That's always the thing. But it matters that there's a choice to have it. But anyways, yeah. So we have our mom in this game, and I'm not sure what it is. I assume Alzheimer's. They're getting old. They don't remember stuff from time to time. They're they lapse and stuff like that. So we hired. We were kind of rich at a point. Not really rich, but we had money. So we chose to get a nurse for them. Because I was like, hey, well, if we get too rich, maybe the government will take our money and redistribute it, because that's what they want, right? Equality, yeah? So I said, might as well spend the money since we have some. So that's what I chose. We kept our mother here. Had hired a nurse to take care of her. So now I guess we're being asked if we want to keep our mother again, I guess. Why does everything always seem to come back to money? This time it's you at the kitchen table, surrounded by bills and paperwork. When Sam comes to join you, today Emma told you that there was really nothing more you can do, except an expensive experimental new treatment that might not even help. Sometimes your mom wants the treatment, more often she talks about visiting a transition center. It's hard to know which she really wants. Sam puts a hand on yours and, what are we going to do, honey? She's your she's your mother. It has to be your choice. Seems like our mom is still conscious enough to make a decision. I'd like to wait until she can. I don't want to be the one making the decision when I know she still has the ability to think. Because from this, it seems like she still recognizes the fact that she's sick. She knows there's treatment, and she's like, oh, I kind of want to do that. But she also says she might want to visit a transition center, which means she's still capable of making a choice. I don't want to make that choice for her. So my only choice is to wait until she does. She's my mom. We have to do whatever we can. Let's get the treatment. So until she makes a choice, until she wants to go to a transition center, I might as well do the treatment, you know? We're probably poor. Oof. It's a difficult choice. You never know when you might need that money, particularly for the kids. What if Charlie gets in an accident? What if something happens to Susie while she's abroad and needs help? But what if you could give them a few more good years with their grandmother? Surely that's worth the cost. A holiday update. Okay. It's a new year. Just as you're finishing up breakfast, Sam comes in with a post. Oh, we got a postcard from Susie. I hope she's having fun on her trip. Sam reads it aloud as you finish getting ready for work. So, I've seen what feels most of Kyrgyzstan. A really cool place, but so cold. Hope Chippy enjoyed the gift. And before you say anything, yes, you were right to make me pack an extra pair of socks. Sam gives you a small kick under the table. Next, we got a train to Konislava. Much warmer and loads of beaches to enjoy. I could have stayed there forever, but had to head to San Palmarino before it got too cold. And I'm so glad we did. We probably got 1 or 2 more stops before heading home. But I'll be back in time for Christmas, I promise. Hope everyone's doing well. Love, Susie XXX. Sounds like it's been a hell of a trip, worth every penny. Cool. Alright, day 371. Do you think we have time to do this segment? Day 371, the 20-week war.
Good evening, Alex. It's
20-week war? That's half a year. It's almost half a year. I'm not sure I want to do this because I think it's almost 12. It's almost 12. It's 12 minutes to 12. Almost midnight. What are we playing? Who are here? I don't think I should do this segment just because I think it'll go over. Yeah, it's almost 12. So that's gonna be that for today. It's a Friday. Yeah, it's Friday! It's game night time. Jeez. What are we gonna play? Is there anyone else here to play? That's my question. I see Hamet experienced a thing. Oof. I only have Osu at the moment. Oh. I mean, we can also, I guess. I don't really mind. Where is Castori in all of this? Sleeping? Wait. Not ready. Is this guy for? No, I'll talk about this on Discord. I'm not gonna talk about it here. We'll talk about it later. It was a mistake. Giosu, alright. Yeah, I'll talk about it on the Discord. I don't want to broadcast it here. But yeah, anyways, it's gonna be it for today. I know it's kind of a short stream considering I woke up later. It's a miracle I even woke up, cause bro, I slept on my phone, and you know what that means? I don't hear the alarm. It's a miracle I woke up before the stream, bro, cause I slept at like what, 4 p.m. Not for broadcast. Yeah, it's not. This one's actually not for broadcast. What a coincidence, damn. But yeah, that's gonna be it for us today. So we've only streamed for like, I mean, I guess it's 2.5 hours. That's okay. That's not bad. But yeah, we're gonna play this again on Sunday. Seems like there's more to the game. I miss Jeremy though. He's probably not back at work, right? Because he's probably arrested and would be for a long time because of what he did. Which makes me sad because Megan's probably back. And I'm not sure if she has a new co-host or whatever, but I'm sad to see Jeremy go. I miss my boy. But at least he's alive. That's all I wanted for him. At least he's gone from the news, but he's probably gonna still be frustrated about the current situation. Sad for all of us, man. But I don't know how long this game is gonna go. Seems like there's still more that's gonna happen, so this game might go on for a bit. Anyways, we'll be back to it on Sunday. Tomorrow, I might, depending on how I feel about it, and if I'm not busy, I guess, I might stream art on the Facebook page, cause it's been I had some time earlier today, cause I had some downtime while waiting for clients to respond to me. I made a redesign of the No Eyes VTuber, and I'm probably gonna actually learn how to do that now, because I think I've been postponing it for so long, and I feel bad for all my VTuber children who's like waiting for me probably to do VTubers. Because I don't really do VTubers. I only do PNGs. So but yeah, so I'm gonna try and do that. I did start up on the line art already a bit. I don't think it would take that long to finish line arting the whole thing. Well, say take that long, but I guess it would be okay. I think I would get it done in 3 hours, I hope, unless I get distracted. But anyways, that's all there is for it tonight. See you in the Discord with some tea, a little bit, just a little tea, you know, nothing that amazing. But and then see you again on Sunday for more, not for broadcast. See you on the Facebook page for art, maybe. I don't know. I don't know yet. But yeah, anyways, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for stopping by, whatever. And see you again next time. Bye bye!